Foster, set in a toilet cubicle at the Belfry. As he went to relieve his first morning nerves, Foster noticed only one of the two cubicles had loo roll, and while he was seated, in came a tiger into the empty cubicle, and he realised his mistake all too late. So Foster took some paper, reached under the cubicle with a rescue offering, and as Tiger went to take it, Foster uttered the words, "Europe, 1-up." As it happened, Europe did go on to win. Fast forward 10 years to the miraculous Medina, when, after a gruelling Saturday, Rory McIlroy overslept on the Sunday and was in danger of missing his tee time. Thankfully for him, the person booking player transport was Erica Stoll. She sorted him a police escort to the course. 3 years later, McIlroy proposed in Paris. The next story is told by Scottish legend Sam Torrance about the great Seve, who apparently despised the Americans mainly because of a diminutive US reporter who kept calling him Steve.
Hey, my name is Severiano or Seve. It's no Steve, it's no Steve. Next day, Steve.
Torrance also tells of how Seve regularly gave coaching clinics to his European teammates, but a week later at the Italian Open, when the same players asked for advice, Seve would tell them to and see you next year. Having started with a Billy Foster story, let's finish with one from the 12th tee at Oakland Hills in 2004. It was Jimenez and Garcia against Westwood and Clark in a practice round, and as they finished, Foster decided to jump in the buggy and speed away with all their clubs, only to lose control entirely and tumble onto the course and see it careering towards the spectators. Thankfully, the Red Sea parted and the buggy smashed into a tree, with viewers and clubs still intact.
Yeah, good morning. This is talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. I'm Jamie O'Hara, and Gabby Agbonlahor's alongside me again this morning. Morning, Gabs.
Good morning, Mr. O'Hara.
How you feeling, mate?
I'm very well, mate.
Yeah?
How are you?
Yeah, you chilled out last night in the hotel across the road?
Mate, absolutely chilled. Watched a bit of TV, yeah.
Yeah.
What about
What'd you watch?
I watched this crazy thing on Netflix called Monster. It's a bit weird, mate.
Monster?
Yeah. If people are listening and they're watching it, it's a bit of a wild one, mate.
Is it, yeah?
Yeah, I can't even explain what it's about. That's
You know
how
what I've
wild
been
it is.
watching and I absolutely love?
What?
And I hate TV, but this is great. Celebrity Traitors.
Oh, what's it about?
It's absolutely brilliant, mate.
What's
It's
it about?
so good. You've never watched it?
Never watched it. I think I've heard about it.
So basically, there's 3 traitors, and then there's a group of other people, and they've got to try and figure out who the traitors are. But the traitors can kill you off at any time, and they vote to get people out if they think they're like getting, onto them. And they have little games and stuff. It's really good, mate.
You're dying to go on it, aren't you?
Oh, I'd love to go on it.
Another one.
I would love to go on it.
Another one.
I reckon I'd be top drawer of traitor, mate. I'd be killing people off left,
Just
right, and
stitching
centre.
people up.
Oh, I'll be throwing absolute grenades everywhere. Yeah, it's a great show. It's good.
Yeah, I'll have to try that,
Some
mate.
good people on there.
Yeah, I'll have to try it.
Yeah?
Need something to watch, mate.
Who do you reckon would be the best traitor at talkSPORT?
Simon. Because he'd be smart about it and you wouldn't see you come in. Next minute, you've been shown the door.
Yeah.
He tends to be your friend and then stabs you in the back.
Yeah, that's true.
Mr. Jordan.
He'd be good on it.
Oh, it'd be amazing.
Yeah.
100%.
He'd probably want too much money, though, wouldn't he? Old Jordan.
Yeah. True. I think they'd give it him.
Yeah. How's the old London Bridge over there? Anyway, Dino gets chucked in the Mercure. You're always in the London Bridge giving it a big one with Brazil.
What's wrong with the McHugh, mate?
Ah, I'm just saying, you know.
Careful.
Long old walk for Dino, isn't it?
Last time people on here hammered a hotel, it was Alan.
Yeah.
Hammering the travel lodge, mate.
Was it?
Yeah, got in some trouble, mate. So you got to be careful what you say.
Well, I'm just saying, Dino gets the Mercure, you get the London Bridge. You know, what's that? What's going on there?
This is what it is, isn't it, mate? You know what I mean? Maybe there's a salary cap for some people. And others, there's a bigger salary cap to get them in a better hotel.
Apparently, Dino was digging me out last night on the sports.
Was
spot.
he?
Yeah, he's always trying to give me stick.
What about?
We had a bit of a Barney when we done a golf YouTube video. Yeah, it's coming out. We had a bit of a Barney.
Why?
Proper one. Well, you know,
You don't want to ruin it.
I won't ruin it,
Yes.
but it was good fun in the end. We made up, but he weren't happy.
Wasn't he?
No, he was angry, and he basically like trying to start him in the end. And I went, Dean, what are you gonna do, Dean? About 4 foot. and then he
70
realised,
years of age.
yeah. And then we hugged it out, but that was funny, man.
His arm would fall off if he threw a punch, wouldn't it?
I was like, he's been my gaffer, and now I'm having an argument with him on a golf course. Like, what's going on here?
Brilliant.
Right, there's loads to go at today,
Yes.
Gabs. It was interesting yesterday. We got everyone going, didn't we, with the old salary cap. But it's goodbye international break, and welcome back Premier League.
Yes.
And it's nodded into the near post, and Arsenal may just have snatched the victory in stoppage time.
Chelsea have landed a blow on the champions. It's Chelsea 2, Liverpool 1.
Don't be fooled, Arsenal, they will take Liverpool all the way. Semenyo getting to the byline, now pulling it back. Oh, how has he squeezed that in? Jensen scores. Manchester United are beaten again. The Manchester United have not only stagnated, but regressed under this manager. Erling Haaland had never scored here at the G-Tech. Well, he most certainly has now. It's his 12th goal of the season. To Moises Caicedo. Oh, he's rifled it in. What a strike.
The winless streak continues for Ange Postecoglou, and the woes carry on.
If it doesn't turn around quickly, I think Postecoglou will find himself under pressure.
The greatest drama in the world. This is the Premier League.
Yeah, it all gets back underway tomorrow lunchtime at the City Ground. Ange Postecoglou's Forest at home to Chelsea is live and exclusive on talkSPORT. We'll also bring you West Ham v Brentford on Monday night. Plenty of huge games in between, including City v Everton, Fulham v Chelsea, the mighty Spurs play Villa, and Liverpool v Man United. Gabs, we'll start with Forest v Chelsea. Look, massive game for Ange Postecoglou. He's had a sticky start, let's just say that. Is he going to heap more misery on him this? Do you think it's unfair that people are actually talking about him getting a sack already?
I think it's unfair, yeah. I think he needs a bit of time. I mean, you know, he didn't have the greatest of seasons last season. I think he's come out and said, as he knew he was getting sacked 3 months before it happened.
Yeah.
So still went and won the Europa League for Spurs. But I think he needs a bit of time. I think he needs these 4 games before the international break. Let's see where Forest are come November international break. I think that's what the owner will give him as well.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. If he's losing 4-0 at home to Chelsea, it's looking really sticky for him. But if he's losing 2-1 and Forest putting a good performance,
I know, but this is the problem. I watched him, Gabs. He was Spurs manager last season. I watched him, right? There was so many games where you go, oh yeah, we ain't got pumped, but we got beat. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're just losing all the time, and it's a mentality. And I feel like he's took that mentality from Spurs of losing. And when you know, it's like, Gabs, when you're losing all the time, it's almost double hard to go and win a game because you're just used to getting beat. Like when you're winning,
yeah,
you just keep winning, right? And you don't know how you keep winning, you just keep winning. And I just feel like he's took that with him to Nottingham Forest. And Nottingham Forest were a good, stable football club with a good team, good manager, you know, had an identity, and it's just been completely ripped up for Ange to come in. And I kind of feel like he's took his baggage from Spurs with him there.
you know what? I just fear for him, mate. Is the next 3 games on here are Chelsea at home, Bournemouth away. Don't even playing them, mate.
No,
and then Manchester United at home, and they could get a result there as well. So you're looking at the next 3, and if he doesn't get a result out of them 3,
He needs 6 points.
Yeah, I think he does, mate.
I genuinely think he needs.
Do you know what I think he does as well? Because this owner, he's not happy with like Forest just finishing mid-table.
Nah.
He wants like top 7 again.
Yeah, I know.
To get into Europe again.
Yeah.
That's why he's brought Ange in. So, yeah, it's going to be tough for him, but you never know. Chelsea can be off it sometimes, and maybe they get a result.
Yeah, and it's a massive game for him, that's for sure.
Yes.
If they lose that, he's in big trouble.
Yeah, definitely.
people say, "Oh, he needs time. He needs time." You don't get time in the Premier League anymore, do you?
Yeah, but you'll get more than 5-6 games, won't you? Surely.
I don't know.
The ink on the contract's not even like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, but if you ain't won a game,
Tried.
if you come in, right, and you ain't won a game, the problem Andrew's got, right, you come in at Nottingham Forest, and normally when you take over a football club or a manager's been sacked, it's because the club's in disarray, right? And the manager can't do any worse.
He was doing well.
But they were doing well. Like there was obviously things going on behind the scenes that obviously ended up with Nuno leaving. But in terms of where the club was at, they had one of the best seasons they've ever had. So, you know, for Ange to come in and not hit the ground running, it puts pressure on him straight away.
100%, because the fans, and imagine it was your football club, are thinking, Nuno got us into the top 7, got us into Europa League, and he's been sacked. So if it's not working with a new manager, they're going to turn probably not on Ange, more on Marinakis.
They won't turn on Marinakis.
I think they've got a chance, mate, because of the way Nuno Santos left.
I don't think they will.
Maybe they'll turn because of the decision to get rid of a manager who done so well for the football club, to bring in a manager it's not working. They could turn. They could do, but like you says, what he's pumped into that club and what he's done for that club.
Well, he's made loads of good decisions, right? The reason where they are is because of him.
Yeah.
You know, but now the reason where they are is because of him.
Exactly.
So
interesting to see, mate, how it plays out, definitely.
Well, Forest legend Stuart Pearce told talkSPORT earlier this week that Ange will get it right.
I think he'll get them going sooner rather than later. You've got to bear in mind as well, they lost Elanga, and I think he was a big part of their counter-attack play, running with the ball and without the ball. And I was up at Newcastle for the Forest game last weekend, and he played extremely well. And that is a big loss for Forest, believe it or not, you know. So, listen, he'll turn it round, no problems on that. But as I say, the owner has made a massive call. I think there's a bit of frustration from the fans towards Ange. I think a lot of that is down to the fact they're disappointed that Nuno's left.
Yeah, Stuart Pearce speaking there. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Just on Chelsea, they beat Liverpool in the last minute. They're 5 points off the top, 7th in the table. They had a bit of a sticky start, but that win against Liverpool propelled them back amongst it again to say, like, they are, you know, they're here to compete.
Yeah, I think Garnacho looked sharp, didn't he, when he come on? They've got options. Neto, João Pedro, Delap's got to come back from injury as well. Chelsea should be up there, mate. And I feel like every season now, and you must have it with Cundy so many times. No, you know, top 4's good for us, and the Champions League running.
It does, mate.
Blah, 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 blah. So when are we going to come to a stage where we say, Chelsea, you have to have a title challenge? The amount of money they've spent. And you'll get other ex-players come on and say, well, they haven't bought anyone who's world-class or elite. They're very good players they buy. Okay, well, maybe don't buy 2 very good players and buy 1 elite player then, so you haven't got excuses.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what frustrates me, Chelsea. Like, Caicedo, for me, best midfielder in the league with Declan Rice. Enzo Fernandez in great form. You've got so many options on them wings with Neto, Gittins, Garnacho. João Pedro can play over there as well. They've got Cole Palmer to come back. Delap. So that squad of players, yes, defensively, Chalobah and Tosin maybe aren't at the level to win a Premier League, but they need to be in a title challenge for me.
Yeah. I think they need to. No, I think they need to be there or thereabouts. I don't think they're good enough to win the Premier League. I don't think they're there. When I have this conversation with Cundy, he's very much like, we've bought a team to win the Premier League in maybe 4 years' time. That's where they're at.
I think they were saying, people were saying that 2 years ago.
Yeah.
In 4 years' time.
No, yeah, I hear you. I don't think they're any closer from 2 years ago. I don't think they've got any better. All right, Caicedo's turned into a world-class player and they got Cole Palmer. But I look at the rest of them and look, they've got a good side, but I'm not convinced with the back 4. No. I'm still not convinced with the goalie. Did you see Cundy's celebration the other day? Did you see?
Where the mic?
Yeah.
I couldn't find a mic.
What was it?
It's like they'd won like the Premier League on the last minute of the game.
It's embarrassing, wasn't it?
Grow up, mate.
Yeah, honestly. When I see it, I was like, what's the matter with you?
Yeah.
You're meant to be a grown man.
You just wanted to throw the mic at his head, didn't you? From below him. There you go, mate. Boom. Massive forehead.
Slap it.
But the problem with Chelsea is that their centre-halves and their goalkeeper won't win the Premier League. Right back, Gusto and Reece James I like.
Yeah.
Reece James has got into his best form. Cucurella, he'll mark anyone out of the game.
Yeah.
Like done to Salah. And then go in midfield, Caicedo, Fernandez. They've got Lavia when he's injured. So they've got a very good squad of players, but maybe defensively will be what's going to let them down.
All right, loads to go at. Forest fans, give us a call. Is Gabby right? Will you turn on Marinakis if things continue to go wrong? 03717 22 3344. Now, that game's live on talkSPORT. Up next, though, we're going to bring you more of the story that is dominating the back pages. Maccabi Tel Aviv fans will not be able to attend the Europa League match at Villa Park. More on that next. listening to the talkSPORT Breakfast. Me, Jamie O'Hara Gabby Agbonlahor. A bit of Eminem there this morning. It's his 53rd birthday today. You a fan of a bit of Eminem?
Who isn't?
Yeah. Back in the day, he was causing all sorts of carnage.
The best. the absolute best Eminem. Like, whatever you want.
Turn him off, Ed. Turn him off. Yeah.
Or was the mic not on?
No. He's all good.
What are we saying then?
No, I'm talking about Eminem.
Ed ain't got a clue. Eminem's that back in...
Ed ain't got a clue. You right, mate? What's going on?
Headphones ain't...
Yes, look at this. Shambles from Gabs.
Shambles, geez. Shambles. Yes, Eminem, one of the best, mate. What's your favourite Eminem song then, Jamie? Come on. You know that well.
Stan.
Yes, I was going to say that.
Yeah, Stan.
Didn't want to know.
Yeah.
Is it Mockingbird? Is that one?
I don't know, mate. It's like getting... I know his tunes. Who's the best rapper ever?
Oh.
That's a good question, that, mate.
Oh. Jay-Z's got me up there, isn't he?
Nah, I'm not.
Kendrick Lamar.
No.
Who?
Do me a favour, Kendrick Lamar.
Go on then. Mr. Rapper Know-It-All.
I'd probably say Eminem.
Yeah, he'd be up there.
Do you know what I mean?
Who's going to say 50 Cent?
In the club. That's a bit of us, isn't it?
The only one you know.
Yeah, the only bit. Yeah, I used to bang that out when you walked into China White.
PIMP. That was a tune. That was one of his best ones.
Yeah, if you was a rapper, what would your stage name be?
It's got to be the Gabfather, hasn't it?
The Gabfather.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, welcome the Gabfather.
Yeah, I think you'd
throw a few lyrics out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Think Alan will come and watch?
No.
What's this music?
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on here. Get some
if you paid him £5,000, he'd turn up.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Anything for a bit of dough, bit of cash, readies, he'll be there.
He does love a bit of dough, doesn't he?
Yeah. Let's look ahead to today's back pages. Tesco Mobile for Business.
The Back Page Review on talkSPORT with Tesco Mobile for Business. Got a side hustle as a Pilates instructor? Stretch your budget with business phone bills for up to 40% less than the big three networks. For verification, see tescomobile.com/business.
Shaban is with us. Hi, Shaban.
Good morning,
Shaban.
very good morning.
Good morning.
This is nice.
I see you everywhere at the moment, Shaban. Every time I turn on the telly, you're around.
I can only apologise.
Yeah, I know. It's painful.
To you and many others.
Everyone wants a bit of Shaban, don't they?
Really trigger people. It's great.
Yeah. It's very easy, isn't it, to annoy people.
Good morning. Oh my gosh, ignore. You're looking at today's back pages for you. There's a flurry. I mean, obviously the Premier League back this weekend. There's focus on Declan Rice and the Sun. We'll come to that in a minute. The Mirror focusing on Virgil van Dijk. But this main story that you spoke about just earlier on there, Jamie, is really fan base. Fan ban sparks outrage. So this is the headline in the Daily Telegraph. Starmer condemns shutout for Villa tie against Maccabi. The Prime Minister has joined a ferocious backlash against the police-led shutout of Israeli fans from Aston Villa's Europa League fixture against Maccabi Tel Aviv. It's on the 6th of November, this fixture. So officers' warnings of unrest in Birmingham, an effective ban on Maccabi fans entering Villa Park, have caused political fury last night. West Midlands Police urged Birmingham's Safety Advisory Group against approving the away allocation for the 6th of November because of serious concerns over threats to the game. So, yeah, they're basically banned from attending Villa Park, and this is the police have kind of avoided the situation, it seems.
When you look at a football stadium, I mean, my whole outlook on this is a football stadium is inclusive for everyone, right? That is what football is.
This is what we preach, right?
It's what we preach, right? Worldwide, football's for everyone. Whatever race, religion, colour, anything. Football's about, you can go to watch a match, you can enjoy it, you can go home. That's where my problem is. I understand there's issues with security and the high risk of the game, but you know, are we gonna ban West Ham Millwall because that's a high risk fixture? You know, we're going to ban that? Well, no, you're going to have fans there. So why is it been allowed to happen? Why are Aston Villa, taking that stance? It's disappointing in my opinion because make the game safe for fans to go and watch the game.
Yeah, police it properly as you would other high risk fixtures.
Don't just turn your nose up and go, oh no, we'll just no fans.
There's such a backlash on this. I mean, it's quite incredible, as it should be. Like I say, it should be for everyone.
Is it the local police, though, that have sent to Aston Villa to do it?
Well, yeah, it's been deemed high risk for that area. So, yeah, it's one of those things.
Those are high-risk games, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
They police them.
They police them, so why? So what? Why they're not allowed to go? What?
Yeah.
What's the problem?
Exactly.
The game's for everyone.
Yeah, no. I think a lot of people completely agree with you on that, Jamie. Looking at the Sun back page today, it's a story on Declan Rice. The Rice is right. Patrick Vieira has hailed Declan Rice as Arsenal's next great leader. The legendary Invincibles captain is back in England star Rice to help them to end the 22-year wait for a Premier League trophy. Is he the guy? Is he the missing piece? Obviously, Martin Odegaard is going to be out now for the next 6 weeks for this injury layoff. I mean, when Odegaard is on...
Yeah, but he's the captain. Come on. Declan Rice is captain material for Arsenal. I think he should be the captain. Odegaard, great player. Manager's not going to change it, but Declan Rice is there every game. Performs every game.
You're totally off Odegaard as the captain. I don't get it.
I said this a few months ago, and I remember you having your back up against it. You've got a soft spot for Martin, haven't you? Why is that, Shaban?
I think he's a good leader. They've improved with Martin Odegaard. It's not to say that Declan Rice is not a good leader, but
They've improved with Odegaard as the captain.
Yeah, well, they've not gone backwards, have they?
They ain't won anything.
But they've still improved. See, this is the thing. You think if they've not won anything, then that's it. He shouldn't be a captain.
Well, no, I'm not saying he shouldn't be captain, but I agree with Gabs. I think Declan Rice is better suited to be the captain of Arsenal.
And he's the next captain of England. But do you think, Mikel?
Well, the reason you can't take the captaincy off Odegaard.
No, of course.
Because
you can. You can.
I don't think that works. I had a situation with it at Wolves. I remember when we signed, Cole Henry was the captain of Wolves. Roger Johnson signed for Wolves. I signed. And he took Mick McCarthy. He took the captaincy off Carl, gave it to Rog, and made Roger the captain. But Carl was still at the football club, all right? And Carl was still a massive part of everything that we did, and he was a leader in the dressing room. But he took the captaincy off him and gave it to Rog, and it didn't work. It caused a friction in the camp. It caused problems because if you're going to get rid of, unless you're going to get rid of Odegaard completely. And then be like, right, Rice is my captain. You can't take the captaincy off Odegaard. He's the captain. You made him the captain, and Rice has come in, but Odegaard's the captain.
And Rice will be the captain for the next 6 weeks, right? Well, Odegaard's out.
So, but what if Odegaard does come back from injury and he's not getting into the team because Eze's on fire? Do you say, not this season, but you look at it in the future and say maybe Declan Rice, who's the first name on the team sheet? You never know, do you? But he does love Martin Odegaard, the manager, so maybe he won't change it. And you love him as well, don't you, Shaban?
Yeah.
Yeah, seems like a good guy. I'm not saying Declan Rice doesn't. He just seems like a good guy. He's not done. He's not done anything.
Seems like a good guy. What are you on about?
You need a good leader.
So does Sam Ellard, but he's probably not.
You two are miles apart.
You're going to make Sam Ellard captain, are you?
Captain of talkSPORT. Let's vote.
He's a nice fella, but, come on. You're not going to make him skipper.
Odegaard's a good captain. They've improved with Odegaard.
Well, they won.
Leave him alone.
You love Odegaard? What's going on here?
So hold on a minute. Guys, if Declan Rice is now given the captaincy and they go on to win the Premier League title, do not tell me Odegaard was not part of that process. Away you go.
I think Rice.
Away you go.
I think Rice is a better captain, but it won't. I don't think they'll make that change yet. I don't think they should.
I agree on that.
Yeah, they'll just continue to be
future Arsenal and England captain Declan Rice.
He is brilliant. He ain't on Vieira's level though.
Shaban.
Let's calm down about Vieira. Yeah, comparing
of course,
to Vieira.
No way.
Let's calm down a little bit.
Yeah, okay, I've not done that.
When they won Premier League titles
he said it
every
in the
season.
paper.
You did? Didn't you say that?
No, Patrick Vieira has. The story is. I'm going. It's going.
Away you go, Shaban. Away you go.
Thanks, Shaban. That was a look at today's back pages with Tesco Mobile for Business. Coming up, we preview a huge weekend in the relegation battle. Gabby is ready to tear into Wolves once again. 03 717 22 3344. If you want to give us a call this morning and tell us why your team is going to stay up.
The Back Page Review on talkSPORT with Tesco Mobile for Business. Got a side hustle as a Pilates instructor? Stretch your budget with business phone bills for up to 40% less than the big three networks. For verification, see tescomobile.com/business.
Premier League's profit and sustainability rules are sold to us as financial fair play, a way to keep clubs from going bust. But there are those who feel it's starting to look a lot like a system that protects the big boys and keeps the rest in their lane. Here's how it works and why people feel that way. So clubs can only lose 105 million quid over 3 years, which sounds fair, but here's the kicker. Your limit includes how much you earn. So if you're one of the traditional top 6, you've got massive global revenue streams and you can spend way more while still technically following the rules. Meanwhile, ambitious clubs like Newcastle, Villa or Forest, well, they're bringing a knife to a gunfight. Newcastle might be backed by Saudi billions, but they just can't splurge the cash. Their commercial income isn't there yet. Last season, they won their first domestic trophy since 1955 and qualified for the Champions League, which you'd think would be a great springboard for them to go on and start building a team to challenge at the very top. But because of PSR restraints, they couldn't break their wage structure for a new Alexander Isak contract, and look what happened there. So what's the solution? Well, either loosen the reins so ambitious clubs can spend within their means, or cap spending based on something other than revenue. Otherwise, we're just watching the same 6 teams swapping silverware most seasons, and that, folks, ain't what the Premier League was built on.
Good morning, you are listening to TalkSPORT Breakfast. Me, Jamie O'Hara and Gabby Agbonlahor, and our good friends at Arnold Clark get £750 off any used electric car or home charger. Right, me sitting in the big chair, breakfast. Someone had to fill in for me on the sports bar with Jason Cundy last night. I wonder who they did get in. Well, here we go. Dino Saunders. There's a shock. It seems the boys are really missing me on the show. The viewing figures have gone down. I've had the bosses on the phone. Need to get you back. Dino Saunders was back to his old storytelling tricks, Gabs, and he's giving me an absolute hammering.
Well, he's like a spoilt brat on the course, throwing his clubs and he's blamed the lad doing the drum, the cameraman, the people walking behind the shouting, come on, hurry up, the greens, the fairways. You know, one of them that blames.
I don't play golf,
and then in between, while if he hits a bad shot, I'm packing the game in. I'm going to play bowls or I'm going to go fishing.
Yep.
Anyway. Yep. Tantrum, I've seen it all. Tantrum, and when I was manager of Wolves, the same tantrums.
Oh, isn't mature.
And the clown's outfit I've seen on him, I've seen that before at Molineux in a couple of games when I picked him.
Honestly, Dino does come out some absolute garbage. He's full of garbage, that man. When he goes on, right, and I love him to bits, Dino. When he was my gaffer at Wolves, he'd come in. He thought he was the best player.
He joined in training.
He joined in training, and he thought he was the best player. First session, like trying to tell strikers who were playing like where to put the ball and how to score. And I'm like,
what did you make of coaches or managers getting involved?
Shambles.
Because
I'll get involved.
I wasn't playing under the late Gerard Houllier, and his assistant was Gary McAllister.
Yeah,
and obviously when you're not playing, your head falls off, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So he's joining in training, mate. Me and probably like 4 or 5 other players would absolutely nail him every time we got the ball. Put him in the air, mate. You're not joining training when you're not playing us.
Yeah.
On the bench.
Yeah.
Getting splinters.
Yeah. So
put him in the air, mate. Absolutely smash him in training. Have some of that.
Yeah.
Macca.
I never liked. I don't think a manager should get involved in. Get involved in the little rondos at the start, or
you're getting booted, mate.
But you're getting involved in the matches.
I know.
No, you're meant to be standing there watching and understanding what's going on and looking at players do.
Players smashed him.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
I wish I smashed Dino. Honestly, I 2-footed him.
Nothing to lose, have you?
No.
You're not playing yet. All right, I'll smash you then.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, he didn't play me, Dino, either at the start. And he realised very quickly it was like...
He needed you.
He needed me. Yeah. He'd already lost me, though. He was gone.
Made you some missed penalties.
Absolute nugget. Saturday sees a massive 6-pointer at Turf Moor between Burnley and Leeds. Whose midfielder Sean Longstaff tells talkSPORT the promoted teams have already been more competitive.
Obviously, you look at us, we've signed some big lads and signed some really athletic lads. I think, obviously, Anton, who I play probably closest to on the pitch, is someone I look at and every day and I think he's absolutely massive, and then he still gets about and he moves really, really well. And I just think, you look at the Premier League now and it's so athletic, and ultimately I think that's why, it's so hard to play, and it's so hard to sometimes score goals, because everyone you play against is so good and so athletic. And I think last year, that's not a dig on the teams that came up, but ultimately I think whether you're sometimes too stubborn or you sometimes think this is the way I'm going to play and I'm not changing for anyone, like, it sounds great, but ultimately you end up sort of getting found out a little bit. And I think that's what we've done, not just us, but the promoted teams this year have done really well. Like, everyone's got a philosophy, but also if I have to change for 20 minutes in the game and we'll have to either be more direct, or we'll have to do whatever to adapt and get a good result in the game, then we'll do that. And I think, like I said, that's probably what we've been good at so far.
Yeah, it's Sean Longstaff speaking there. Gabs, Leeds have got Burnley, then they got West Ham at home the week after.
Yeah.
Massive couple of weeks for them coming up. They've started all right. I wouldn't say they've been terrible, but they've had a couple of unlucky results. But they got, they got 8 points from 7 games. I would be quite happy with that.
Definitely. I look at Leeds and their first 7 games. I would say Leeds, come end of the season, will be there or thereabouts of staying up. You know, if there's 5 teams that can go down, they'll still be battling. They could go either way. I don't see them being cut adrift. I really don't this season. I think there's going to be a good 5-6 teams that are down there battling it out. Burnley, 4 points behind Leeds on 4 points. They need a result. If you're playing a relegation rival at home in the league, you have to get a result. They're games that you have to win, and I do fancy Burnley to get a result. Even though they were very poor against Villa. They played the 5 at the back, and it was so easy for Marlon to get through and score the brace that he scored. But at home, I fancy Burnley.
Do you?
Burnley at home, aren't they?
I'm not sure about Burnley. I think, look, I love Scott Parker. I think he's a great manager. And I think he's already had a great career, but he's gonna have a longer one. But it's hard for them. I just think that they're gonna be the team that look like they're struggling. Sunderland have started brilliant. I think Leeds are a big club. And I think they can find a way to stay in the Premier League. But Burnley, I'm not sure, mate.
Yeah, they've just got to find results. You look at their results. I mean, first game of the season, Spurs away. They obviously got pumped 3-0.
Well, the biggest thing from them last season was they didn't concede goals.
Yeah, but they're not conceding crazy amounts. I mean, they beat Sunderland 2-0 at home. That's a big result. Relegation rival at the start of the season.
Conceded 15 already.
I know, but you played Manchester City away. They can give anyone 5. Do you know what I mean? I look at Manchester United were lucky, weren't they? Last minute goal against Burnley, lost 3-2 to Manchester United.
Conceded 3.
Lost 1-0 at Liverpool, at home to Liverpool, late goal by Liverpool. Done good in that game. 2-1 to Aston Villa, they lost. Drew with Forest at home, 1-1. Do you know what I mean? It could be a lot worse, the results that they've been having. 5-1 against Man City.
They've had some tough games, to be fair, to start with.
And it was tight with Man City. It was like Haaland scored, They scored 2 in the last 3-4 minutes in that game. So, yeah, they need to get back to conceding less goals, of course.
If Leeds do lose a couple of games, say they lose these 2 games, do you think Daniel Farke's in trouble?
No, I don't.
No?
No. I feel how tight it's going to be down there, Jamie. West Ham is still going to be down there. Wolves are still down there. Nottingham Forest could still be down there. Brentford, 7 points. I just think what he's doing there with Leeds, they look competitive every game. Even the Spurs game they lost, was it 2-1?
Yeah.
They were competitive in that game. They could have got an equaliser as well. So I don't think Daniel Farke's under any pressure.
All right. 03717 223344 is the number to call. You want to have your say on your team. Burnley fan from Always Claret podcast. He wants to have his say on Burnley's chances staying up. Good morning, Andrew.
Good morning, Andrew.
I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. Look, you've had a tough start to the season, but you've had some tough fixtures.
Yeah, of course. But, it's the Premier League. Every fixture's tough. We knew what we were getting into when we got promoted, with the experience that we've got, and we're now getting into a run of fixtures where they do look on paper a little bit easier, but like I said, tomorrow's Leeds, it's no easy fixture. We know that. But hopefully we can start picking up some points now.
The key player for you has been Jadon Anthony, hasn't he? 4 Premier League goals, very good return. Is he the player that's going to keep Burnley up this season?
I think so. I think the performances that he's put in, last season in the Championship, you can obviously see that there was a player there. And I know a lot of people will single out Brownhill for his goals to get us into the Premier League. But Anthony scored a lot of crucial goals last season and created a lot of chances. And obviously, like you say, he's 4 goals already this season. I think he's just behind Harry Kane as like the top Englishman, with goal involvements this season. So, yeah, he's going to be crucial in keeping us up. But we need to find goals from elsewhere as well. We can't rely on one player.
Look, we was having a chat with Gabs. Obviously, last season in the Championship, I think you hardly conceded a goal. I mean, it was something ridiculous over 46 games. You never conceded. You've conceded 15 already. Now, I know it's the Premier League, it's different, but have you noticed a difference? Is the defending worse, or is it just because you're playing against better quality?
It's a bit of both, obviously. Like I said, the step up in quality is massive. But people forget we lost James Trafford. We lost CJ Egan-Riley. Connor Roberts was a strong part of our defence last season at right back, and Bashir Humphries at left back when he was swapped out with Lucas Pires. Out of that back 5 of the players who played regularly, keeping the clean sheets and stopping this amount of goals being conceded, we've only really got Maxime Esteve. He's the only player really out of that back 5 who's still consistently playing. And then just going back to, like Gabby said before, we conceded 2 late goals by Haaland. The penalties, Liverpool and United, that adds up as well. But yeah, it's a different league, isn't it? It's a huge step up in quality.
Big step up, mate. Yeah, that is a
two big games though.
Andrew, thanks for calling, mate.
Leeds at home, Wolves away. Big games.
Big games coming up. Right, still to come on breakfast.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Download the new improved app to easily manage your accounts and quotes.
Yeah, don't go anywhere because we're going to finally find out who is smarter, me or Gabby.
Is Sri Lanka in Europe?
Can you look up AI what a bird is?
Yeah, so a bird is a species. A bird's what flies?
Schwarzenegger. I'll be back.
Go on, anything.
Is it France?
I love how they just dig out clips from like 5 years ago.
And why am I explaining what a bird is? Because Alan keeps calling females birds. And I'm saying you can't call them birds anymore.
They've got a clip, right? And Woodsy's presented. Like, come on, that's like 4 years ago. Like, seriously, like you're just digging it out from the archives.
Desperate.
They are desperate here. We get the latest on Rangers' managerial situation just after 7:15. Who actually takes charge against Dundee United this weekend, and we'll finally get the manager over the line. That was a look ahead with Travis Perkins.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Get free next day track delivery. Head to travisperkins.co.uk or download the app.
Yeah, good morning. This is talkSPORT Breakfast. Me, Jamie O'Hara and Gabby Agbonlahor are your hosts. Time now to take a look at today's top headlines thanks to Movember.
Get ready with Movember on talkSPORT. The moustache is calling. Grow and mow, raise funds, save lives. Sign up now at Movember.com.
Yeah, England goalkeeper Jordan Pickford thinks the dark days are behind us. He signed a new contract at Everton to keep him at the club until the summer of 2029. Rangers are close to agreeing a deal to secure Kevin Muscat as their new head coach, with personal terms and details still to be finalised. And on the back pages this morning, Maccabi Tel Aviv fans are going to be barred from attending their Europa League fixture against Aston Villa in a few weeks' time. To tell us a bit more on this, we're joined by talkSPORT reporter Nick Ellaby. Right, Nick?
Good morning, Jamie.
Morning, Nick.
I mean, big story, obviously, on the back of a lot of papers this morning, and actually Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer's come out and called this decision wrong. Just to go through what's been decided and why. So, as you mentioned, Maccabi Tel Aviv supporters have been barred from attending that Europa League match at Aston Villa next month. West Midlands Police advised this. It's called the Safety Advisory Group in Birmingham, which is basically a group of local authority members from the council, city council, emergency services, and then event organisers. They take a decision on, what is safe for not only the people attending the event, but also local people that live in the area. The police, West Midlands Police, advised the Safety Advisory Group to hold the match with no away supporters because of safety concerns. Aston Villa then released a statement saying West Midlands Police advised this and they're going along with it. It's all about the ability to deal with any potential protests on the night, not just at the stadium, but also around the stadium as well. Aston Villa say the club are in continuous dialogue with Maccabi Tel Aviv and the local authorities, making sure the safety of supporters is paramount and also the safety of local residents. Now, the Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer's waded in, saying this is the wrong decision. We will not tolerate anti-Semitism on our streets. The role of police is to ensure all football fans can enjoy the game without fear of violence or intimidation. Kemi Badenoch, the Tory leaders, come out and criticised it as well.
Yeah.
And Jewish leaders, the Jewish Leadership Council calls the decision perverse. They say if the police can't guarantee people's safety, Aston Villa should face the consequences and play the match behind closed doors. It's such a mess.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it is a mess, but I have to say, I kind of agree with the Prime Minister for once. I'm disappointed that they haven't, but when you look at football matches, and I say it again, football's for everyone. For everyone to go and watch a football match and feel safe when you walk into a football stadium. And, there's safety concerns when Birmingham play Aston Villa, Wolves play Aston Villa, there's safety concerns for local people. They don't stop them games happening. No, they don't get, so I understand there's a religion issue, right? But make sure they're safe. If it's a high-risk event, there's loads of high-risk events, but they'll make sure that the game gets played, the fans get to go and see it, and most of the time, things happen where, it's safe for them to go and enjoy the game. So I'm disappointed. It's not Aston Villa's call, right? This has come from, people, the police in the West Midlands, but I think they need to take a better stance on this. I think it's wrong.
It's sad when political violence then affects people enjoying their time off and their, free time, which is in this case attending a football match, supporting their team. In terms of the religious aspect, it's also to do with the war that's going on in Gaza. And also West Midlands Police, they say the decision to stop supporters from attending is based on current intelligence and previous incidences, including violent clashes in Amsterdam last November, where 7 people were taken to hospital, including 5 Israelis. An Arab taxi driver was also targeted, along with Maccabi Tel Aviv fans, and pro-Palestinian supporters sort of clashed in the streets there. So I think it's not just the safety of the people attending the game and around Villa Park. It's also the problem that you're going to get pro-Palestinian or anti-Israeli protests in the city around those games, like we've seen when Israel played this week in Italy, and Norway played those games in World Cup qualifying.
Yeah.
And the police are worried about the wider picture, bigger protests around the game, and also being able to guarantee the safety of those, not only the Maccabi Tel Aviv fans, but also local people as well. And the decision is best.
Maccabi Tel Aviv are in the Europa League.
Sure.
So are you going to tell me that every game they can't have their fans there? They're in the Europa League. They're allowed to go and watch their team and play football.
Do you think the police are thinking their resources are going to be stretched on the night? Policing the stadium and then policing maybe city centre, other parts of the city?
what I understand is they are concerned about something really serious happening. As I said, 7 people went to hospital in November with those clashes between Maccabi Tel Aviv fans and Ajax fans. There are also reports that pressure groups Game Over Israel and the Hind Rajab Foundation had urged police and UEFA to prevent fans attending the match. But it's more about the clashes between pro-Palestinian supporters and Maccabi Tel Aviv fans and police being worried about the safety of everyone attending. They don't want a repeat event of what happened last
I'm disappointed because I think in England, you know, the police do an amazing job at football matches now to make it safe for people to go and watch football games. Right? That when you go to an event, you know, it feels like an event. You feel safe. You take your children. You go to a game and you can enjoy your football match. That's what's made England, I think, you know, that we've set a standard.
Yeah.
In other countries, you see when it can be disappointing when you see some of the games and it's all over the place. But for Aston Villa, I don't think it doesn't look good.
It doesn't, but you're right. It's not quite as simple as, for example, bussing in a bunch of Birmingham fans and bussing them out again. You're having people coming from all different parts of the country potentially to protest in the city, and also, you know, the days before and after the game as well. So it's a bit more complicated than just a local derby.
It's out of Aston Villa's hands as well.
It is.
The police make the decision.
Yeah.
Nothing Villa can do, is it?
No. All right. Thanks, Nick. That was a look at today's top headlines. Thanks to Movember. Sign up now at Movember.com.
Get ready with Movember on talkSPORT. Grow a moustache, raise funds, save lives, and change the face of men's health. Sign up now at Movember.com.
Right, listen up. Do you want a chance to win up to £100,000? Well, it's our biggest cash prize yet, and we're going all out. That's right. A massive £100,000 completely tax-free could be yours. Listen up. Here's how to enter.
18 plus UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text the word cash to 83338 and you're in the draw. Text costs £2 plus one standard network rate message. You must have the bill payer's permission, or you can enter for free by calling 0330 880 3338. All entries must be received by the 6th of November at 4 p.m. This is a TalkSPORT limited promotion run on TalkSPORT, Talk and Virgin Radio UK stations. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
Right, coming up ahead of England one-day series against New Zealand, live and exclusive on talkSPORT. We're joined by one of the stars of the England team, Phil Salt, is with us next.
The Six Nations, where giants do battle and legends are made. Epic sports which demands an epic voiceover every time. And actually has an interesting story as well. It all started back in 1871 when Scotland beat England in the very first international rugby match. The other home nations were a bit jealous and wanted in on the action, and after England played Wales in 1882, they all decided to hold an annual festival of international rugby, or the Home International Championship, which kicked off a year after. Now, the first decade was dominated by England and Scotland until Wales finally won in 1893 and Ireland a year later. After years of dipping in and out of the championship, France was invited to join full-time in 1910. But because France isn't a home nation, they had to give it a rebrand and settle on the Five Nations. But France were actually kicked out of the tournament in 1931. They were accused of paying players when rugby was still strictly an amateur sport. They had to wait years to be let back in. But after World War II, the Five Nations resumed. Didn't always run smoothly though, like in 1973 when all 5 teams won 2 matches and lost 2 matches. Now, because they didn't do points difference at the time, they just decided that everyone was the champion. It's like trying to keep kids happy, you know, the whole, you're all winners. In the years following, other teams in Europe started to get better at rugby and actually got to a stage where they were regularly beating teams in the Five Nations. In 1997, Italy beat Scotland, France and Ireland home and away. So 2 years later, the Five Nations invited Italy in, creating the Six Nations as we know it. In recent years, there have been calls to expand the tournament further to other European teams. Georgia and Portugal have been prime candidates to join of late. It's also been suggested there could be 2 tiers with promotion and relegation to promote growth of the sport in Europe. But the existing nations are a bit reluctant. So for now, it looks like the Six Nations, or Six Nations, or Sei Nazioni, is here to stay.
Yeah, good morning. This is talkSPORT Breakfast. Me, Jamie O'Hara and Gabby Agbonlahor and Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used cars deals guaranteed. On the way for you this morning, Ange is still yet to find his first win as Nottingham Forest boss ahead of their game against Chelsea tomorrow lunchtime. Is live on talkSPORT. We're going to be speaking to former Forest midfielder Robert Earnshaw. We'll also be joined in the studio by comedian and West Ham fan Tom Davies, who'll be telling us about his new upcoming shows and giving us his take on new manager Nuno. Before we talk cricket, on the back page of The Sun, and Mbeumo a believer in Carlos. Yeah, Brian Mbeumo is trying to convince Brighton's Carlos Belieber to join United. Look, there was obviously loads of talk about it, Gabs, in the summer about Belieber joining Man United. Didn't get it over the line. He's meant to be the real deal, but he hasn't really featured
this season
for Brighton, has he? I feel like the manager fell out with him.
Yeah, I think maybe that move didn't happen in the summer, maybe to his head a little bit. It will happen next summer, 100%. Belieber won't be at Brighton. Just be interesting what club want to pay the money that Brighton want. They might want 95, 100 million, whatever they want for him.
He ain't playing. You can't charge someone that, can you?
I know, but depends on the length of his contract. Brighton hold all the cards, but oh, what a player. Yeah. Imagine him at Chelsea. Imagine a midfielder, Belieber, Casado and Fernandes. Oh.
Yeah, no, some good players. Oh. Brighton get it right all the time. It's ridiculous.
Be good for Spurs, wouldn't he?
Oh, yeah, I'd have him all day. Well, we ain't going to pay 100 million for him.
Why not? Levy's gone, though.
That's true.
Might be different.
Splash the cash.
Yeah.
Just get him in.
Get the cash out, mate.
Yeah, just throw it around. Give it a big one, like you.
Yeah.
Throw it around everywhere.
300, Belieber, whatever you want, pal. Go on. We got dough now,
6
Daniel's
bottles
left.
of shampoos? Yeah, go on in, why not? Right, England's cricketers are back in the white ball action this weekend. The start their tour of the New Zealand. The first T20 gets underway tomorrow morning. You can hear every single ball of it live and exclusively on talkSPORT 2.
Oh, he's got a full swing of that. Oh, Lord. Just Butler. Young. Jimmy Neesham heaves it out to deep mid-wicket for 6.
Such excitement around this series, and obviously England a quality team, so we're looking forward to an awesome clash.
She goes, oh, that's a beauty! That is an absolute stunning, magnificent googly from Adil Rashid. Bracewell, New Zealand 2 needed from 2, and once again he goes, and he's got a 6. Maharajan, down the wicket comes Sam Curran, that's a wonderful hit. Bethel gets a shot, well he's pulling in the air out to the playing leg area, that's gone for 6. What a shot there from Bethel.
You don't want to go off and put the kettle on here, do you? You're going to miss something. Every single ball something's happening.
Yeah, delighted to say joining us now, England cricketer, a man who holds an incredible record for scoring 4 T20 centuries. Is very good morning to Phil Salt. All right, Phil?
Good morning, Phil.
Hey, gents, how you doing?
I'm good. Phil, I mean, this record you've got is outrageous in T20. There's only been 8 T20 centuries by English batters, and 4 of them for you.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to say about that, to be honest. Obviously, I'm chuffed to have the record, but you know, a few more would be nice. But I don't want to start getting greedy.
I mean, when you stand up there, do you just what's your take on when a ball's coming? I'm guessing you just go out there all guns blazing.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's the simple version. Obviously, there's times where you need to temper that a little bit. Know when the right time to take the game on is. But I suppose that's what it looks like. Yeah, so that'll do.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel like you're in the form of your life at the moment, mate?
It's a tough one, that, but I mean, you'll know yourself. When you're playing well, you just want to keep extending. That's what it is. It's not necessarily about being in the form of my life, but you hope that that's the player that you are, and you just want to keep extending for as long as you can.
Yeah. Let's look forward to the series. New Zealand is obviously an amazing cricket country as well. How do you feel these ones are going to go?
I mean, they're a strong team, especially in the home conditions. We've got, quite a few lads who haven't played out here, myself included. So it's the same as any away tour, really. You've got to sort of hit the ground running and really get to grips with the conditions because, obviously these boys are going to know them well. And I think it's a good test for us, ahead of the World Cup, which is obviously early next year. So, I think it'll be, a good one for the neutral.
Mm-hmm.
Phil, how are the players who are also involved in the Ashes, how are they going to deal with this as well? Because it can be a lot to focus on as well, can't it? Sorry.
Yeah, definitely. And especially, the Ashes, that's what sort of gets all the headlines sort of this far out. But, we've spoken as a group a few times, and it's very much of a case of, be where your feet are and the next important game is the next one, which is tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, Brendan McCullum come in as England's white ball coach last year. He's in charge of the Ashes as well. I mean, this is big for him, right?
I think it's big for everyone, to be honest. And, it's the series that you want to play. And obviously, I don't play Test cricket, but, that's what the guys that do, is where they want to be. So, I think it's big for everyone, and I think it's, a massive opportunity for us to go down there and get a result.
Someone told me, Phil, that you are a massive Manchester City fan. You wear 61 on your shirt for the 6-1 drumming of Man United. I mean, how'd you get away with that one?
When it came to choosing numbers, however long ago it was now, all the ones I normally sort of have were gone, and I thought, could any of these have any sort of meaning to me? And that was one of the 6-1. Well, it does sound familiar, so I just sort of took it and ran with it.
What do you reckon this season? You're only 3 points behind the leaders, Arsenal, everyone's writing Manchester City off. Do you think you've got a chance of the title?
Yeah, I mean, surely. It's a bit early for those shouts. That being said, I'm not a football expert, but it's a bit early for that. But if we do the classic, sit in nice and tight, and then after Christmas, that's normally when we start to put the pressure on. If we do that, then I don't see anyone else that can win it, to be honest.
Yeah, when I watch Man City, I'm not sure what they are yet, but you've got Haaland up front. I mean, it's like having you going into bat. You're just going to go out. You're guaranteed he's going to score goals.
Yeah, just give the ball to him. It's a simple game. Loads of crosses. Get it on his head. He's about 8 foot tall, so he should do the rest.
Yeah. Do you get to go, Phil? Do you go down? Do you get to go to the games?
I do, not as much as I'd like to be honest. Obviously, when the season starts, it's normally our sort of busiest period. I think for the first, 4 games, I think we were playing at almost exactly the same time. And then obviously my winters are as busy as my summer, so it's hard work getting there. But when I can get there, I don't normally miss a game when I'm around.
Do you think Brendan McCullum is the Pep Guardiola of cricket, the way he's changed the game?
It's a hell of a comparison, isn't it? It's a hell of a comparison. I'm not going to comment on that, because I hope I get to meet Pep one day and he'll be like, "What are you calling me Baz for?"
Yeah. I mean, that's a big question you've asked him there, Gabs.
That's come from producer Ollie, who is big on cricket. So
I've got to ask you. You see, like cricket players, right? You're on tour a lot. You're away from your families, away from your home. How hard is that? Because look, we see England players got to go and do World Cup next year. But when I talk about and I speak to Harmy about cricket players, and you're never at home.
Yeah, always away.
Yeah, that is the case. It's one of those things you can't go on tours and start moaning about being away. This is the sort of what you've aspired to do your whole life, or it is in my case. So, luckily I've got a saint of a wife who's taking care of our little lad at home, and that's going as smoothly as it can. But it's definitely a challenge. It's definitely a challenge, but it's one that you don't really want to dwell on. Just keep pushing forward. Keep remembering.
When you're away with the boys, you play a bit golf or whatever. Do you get together and have a round?
Yeah. Normally, when it fits the schedule, definitely play golf. But it's quite tight because obviously we play tomorrow, get a rest day, and then play again the day after. It's quite hard to shoehorn it in at times, but when we get the chance, yeah.
Phil, you're a star, mate. I appreciate you coming on. Good luck,
Phil. Good luck, mate.
Brilliant, lads. Nice one. Cheers.
Right. Phil Salt there. He's going to go and smash everyone to bits.
Or Brendan McCullum. He's not.
You can't throw out Pep Guardiola.
Why not? He's changed the game of cricket.
Greatest managers ever.
Yeah, but he's changed the game of cricket, Brendan. Has he not, Jamie?
Do you know?
Like your cricket?
What do you know? You know the question come from the producer. You ain't got a Scooby.
You must know
who Brendan McCullum is.
You must know your cricket. Explain.
Yeah. It's silly mid wicket. Yeah.
What?
Waiting. Yeah, waiting. Bowling.
Stick to golf. Stick to golf.
Yeah, I used to like my cricket, mate. It's
didn't work for you in that either.
What?
Didn't work for you in football, cricket, or golf.
Yeah. No, listen. I love me cricket. I can watch it. I can watch it, but it's just.
I do like the Ashes.
The Ashes is banging.
Australia.
Yeah, that is banging. Don't forget, England v New Zealand is live and exclusive on talkSPORT 2, getting underway tomorrow. Make sure you watch it. It's great. I love cricket. Coming up, we turn our attention to the shambles that is Rangers. You are listening to talkSPORT Breakfast. Me, Jamie O'Hara and Gabby Agbonlahor, the unmistakable tones of Tina Turner and Simply the Best. I don't know why I'm going on there. Ironically, the anthem of Crisis Club Rangers, who are far from that description right now. Former defender Kevin Muscat, currently manager of Chinese League leaders Shanghai Port, is close to replacing Russell Martin. This comes after reports that Steven Gerrard and Danny Rowe turned down the Glaswegian club. And joining us now for more on this, Mail on Sunday and Daily Records chief football writer Scott McDermott. All right, Scott.
Good morning, Scott.
How you doing, Jamie? Gabby, you okay?
Yes.
Oh, good, mate.
Scott, what's going on, mate? Honestly, Rangers are all over the place. You're meant to be a massive football club. You're a shambles.
I was going to say this 2-week managerial saga at Rangers seems to be coming to an end, but even then, with Kevin Muscat being the guy and we're finishing the season in China, it looks like we're still going to need to wait a few weeks, so it's not over yet.
I mean, what is that about? I mean, like, come on. He wants to finish the season. Yeah, like, it's a massive job you're getting offered here. Rangers are a big club. Yeah, it just feels like, do the fans want a manager who's like, oh, hang on, no, wait a minute, I'm not going to come just yet.
Listen, Jamie, I agree with you. I think if Rangers want a manager and Rangers want you, then you just go. No, you drop everything and go. With all due respect to the club in China. However, I suppose there is a flip side to that, and people here are saying they quite admire Muscat's loyalty, his determination to go and win another title. But look, Rangers need a manager now. They're 11 points behind Hearts, who are top of the table, 9 behind Celtic. Well, they need a manager now to come in and start winning to try and salvage this season. But it looks as if they're going to have to wait another month. It looks as if they're going to have an interim coach comes in for that time. There's massive games in that time, league games, Europa League, a big semi-final against Celtic at Hampden. So no, listen, it's not an ideal situation. If there was a template for how to appoint a manager or how not to appoint a manager, this is probably it.
Yep. Scott, I know it was inevitable Russell Martin was going to be sacked because of results, but surely when you sack a manager, you have one set up to replace him. What happened with Steven Gerrard? What happened with Danny Rowe? What's putting managers off taking his job?
First of all, Gabby, I think you're totally right. I mean, see when a club's got a sporting director, especially a club the size of Rangers, there has to be succession planning. I mean, with all due respect to Russell Martin, a blind man could see that he's been struggling in the last few weeks. I mean, it was always going to come to an end at some point. So I'm not quite sure what Rangers had in mind or why they weren't ready for that eventuality. When he was sacked, the American owners, Andrew Cavan and Parag Marathi, immediately said they were going to take over the process. It was almost a dig at the sporting director, Kevin Thelwell, that he'd get his first pick wrong and they were going to take over. But their guy was clearly Steven Gerrard. They spent 2 or 3 days in London trying to convince Gerrard to come back.
Yeah.
And whatever was said in those meetings, Gerrard clearly didn't fancy it. And that was a major problem because it felt as if the whole process was starting again. And as you say, it felt like the next guy was Danny Rowe. Then Kevin Muscat came on the scene, and it looks as if they're going to plump for him. But the process has been a bit shambolic, to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, look, Rangers, worldwide, globally, you can't get away from it. They're a huge football club with a massive fan base. Disappointed with the way they're running the club, though, at the minute. They're miles off it. And look, Celtic ain't great, by the way. I've watched them this season. They're not great either. So, Hearts are top. Rangers need to sort themselves out quickly because, really and truthfully, this isn't good for Scottish football, and it ain't good for Rangers.
No, it's not. Jamie, they've only won one title in 14 years, so that's where Rangers are at the moment. I think the sad thing is a lot of fans, when the US takeover happened, felt that the bad decision-making was going to stop. But unfortunately, it started again with the appointment of Russell Martin. Most supporters would have told you that wasn't going to work, and they've been proved right. So I think there's huge pressure now on the American owners, Cavan and Marat, as well as the sporting director, Kevin Thelwell, to get this right. It looks like they're going for Muscat. I think there's positives and negatives there.
We get Ali McCoist in there or what? We bring Ali back.
He's had his chance.
Yeah, I know, but he's big in the game now. He's flying. Get McCoist in there. He'll sort it out. He'll get the players on side.
But in all seriousness, I think they do need somebody who understands Rangers, understands the club, the mentality, the intensity up here. And to be fair to Muscat, I mean, he only had 1 season at Rangers as a player, but he was part of a successful side, a treble-winning team, 2003. You boys will know better than me what he was like as a player. No, he's a no-nonsense.
Yeah.
Doesn't suffer fools gladly. I think Rangers need that.
I think you need that. Yeah, I think you need that. Yeah. Russell Martin wasn't the guy. No, I think you need a manager like that for sure. Scott, you're a star, mate. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you, Scott.
No worries. Cheers, boys.
Top man, mate.
All right, now it's time for this. Shaban is back with us. What's going on here, Shaban? What's going on?
Trying to look at my screen, Jamie.
Is he having a cheat up?
I was just leaning back.
I saw you. I see you,
All
pal.
right, okay. I feel like you've got something lined up for us here,
Well,
Shaban.
it's reported that off air the other day, Jamie O'Hara said that he thinks he's smarter than Gabby Agbonlahor and shouldn't put himself in the same bracket of intelligence. So we've whipped up
Hey! Stop looking at the laptop, you.
My eyes are so bad, I can't see.
Privacy screen is set, so you're getting nowhere, pal. We've whipped up a basic quiz to see how much both of you know about something you should know a lot about.
Okay, go on. What is it?
And that's the World Cup next year in the US, Canada, and Mexico. Okay, let's go. Gabby Agbonlahor, you're up first. Easy one for you to start. How many stars are on the USA flag?
Oh.
Stop it. Stop.
That's a tough one.
No, it's not.
It's not.
Ed, any chance, mate?
No, Ed, don't you.
I'm going to have to press you.
Coffee every morning. You can't even give me a helping hand.
Can you pass it over?
8. Guess.
8?
I don't know, mate.
8? Have you seen?
You're. Stop it. He's got to go.
8?
Gabby.
No idea. I want to remember what.
How many states are there?
50.
Yes, but yeah.
50 stars, 50
all right.
states.
So I get a point for me?
No, that's
You don't
not
pass
how
over.
We're not passing it over.
What do you mean? What's
Jamie.
going on here?
Ed, we're done, mate. Done.
Gav.
Aye!
What a start. Don't get mad, it's fine. It's just a joke. You're good at other things. You scored 8 goals for Villa. Jamie,
All
easy one for you as well. What is the capital of Mexico?
I'm going to go...
It's not what you think.
I'm going to say Mexico City.
Well done. It's a point for Jamie O'Hara.
How have you got that?
Next.
How have I got that?
Knock it in. You weren't going to say
I nearly
that.
said Cancun.
You were going to say Tulum.
It's a good place to go, to be fair. Next round is letters round. Gabby. No, hold on. Jamie O'Hara is 10 letters long.
Unfortunately, yeah.
So name me a US state that is also 10 letters long.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Think sunshine. Think sunshine. Think Katy Perry. Funny girls, unforgettable. Fletcher's just sung it.
How's that? California?
Yes!
California, sorry.
Next up.
I felt like you got one in the ear there.
I was about to say Washington, but I was trying to figure out.
Yeah, Washington is one.
W-A-S-H. Sir.
Next up, but Gabby is 5 letters long, Jamie. So name me a US state that is also 5 letters long.
5?
Yeah.
I'm
going to give you a little clues, but I think.
Go on.
Hats.
Hat?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. You're making it harder for me.
A hat.
I'm going to go Texas.
Well done. Yeah, because they wear cowboy hats in Texas.
Hang on a second.
I literally sung California Girls to you. And then you said California. Couldn't be any more clear. Next round, Canada or Canada? I'll give you both 3 facts about Canada. Only one of them is true, so you need to tell me which one is true. Jamie, you're up first.
Okay, I'm going first?
Yes.
Okay.
The nation was named by 2 men who combined their names of Cain and Adam. Santa Claus's postcode of H0H0H0 is north of Canada. A moose was once elected to be a mayor of a small Canadian town.
I mean, this is total guess. This doesn't tell me, whether I'm intelligent.
They all sound true, do they?
This is just a guess. I'm going to go with. Am I going for the one that's true or false?
Is it the one that's true, please? Give me the one that's true that you think's true.
When you're ready.
I'm going to go with the second one.
Yes, you're correct. Well done. You're right. It was.
How's he fluking this?
Santa Claus's postcode. Yeah, you're right. Gabby, your facts.
That's the point.
Makes sense.
In the state of Souris, it is illegal to put a carrot on a snowman. In Winnipeg, it's illegal to wear flip-flops to work. In Ontario, it is illegal to whistle. Which one of these is true?
I'm going to go the third one.
You're correct. Well done. Well done. It is illegal.
Are you looking at that laptop?
I'm back, mate. I'm flying.
Very quickly, now we're going to test your presidential knowledge with a little bit of presidential tennis. Both of you need to go back and forth. Jamie, you're going to start and name as many American presidents as possible. So name one at a time, right? Presidential tennis. Jamie, you first. Go.
Donald Trump.
Correct.
Obama.
Correct.
Joe Biden.
Yep.
Oh, Bush.
Yeah.
That's good.
Winston Churchill?
No. What's his name? Abraham Lincoln.
Winston.
Well done.
Winston Lincoln.
No. Abraham Lincoln.
It was so close.
That was close.
Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good one.
Flying, mate.
Yeah, that's all right.
I'm struggling out with it.
Doing better than this.
God, that's quite. After that,
Push you there, Jamie.
Yeah, shush. John F. Kennedy.
Yeah, well done.
Reagan.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. Who's getting these in your ear?
I know what my things like.
You don't know Ronald Reagan.
I do, mate.
You're talking
I know
rubbish.
Ron, my pal, mate.
Okay.
5.
At a time, mate.
4.
It's the other Kennedy.
3.
Margaret.
2.
The other Kennedy.
Mark.
Too late.
Who said Kennedy? Yeah, there's a Kennedy. John F.
You said Kennedy?
Okay, fine.
Yeah, you can't say it again.
I can't count, so.
Yeah, I win. Perfect.
No,
Right, tiebreaker.
No, that's 3-3.
No, it's not.
That is actually 3-3.
That's
That is
3-3, Gabs.
Okay, tiebreaker.
Okay.
Cape Verde have been celebrating their spot at the World Cup this week. What is the population of Cape Verde?
I know
Gabby,
this
go
because
for
I've seen it. I know. No, let me write it down so he doesn't see.
Why are you writing it down?
What do you mean? Just
you go
say
first,
it.
just tell me.
Okay, it's the same as Bristol, 500,000.
Jamie?
I'm going to go 499.
Gabby is closest to
Yeah, what is it?
524,000.
Boom.
Thank
you.
So, Jamie, you can actually put yourself in a bracket below Gabby Agbonlahor in terms of intelligence. Thank you very much, and good night.
Right,
Thanks for coming.
Let's move on and get out of here. I think I might have to go home. I've just been beat by Gabby.
Winston Kennedy.
Winston.
What a president.
Hey, I sucked it back in.
You
All
did.
right, just comes.
Mate, that's great.
Get out of here.
Winston Kennedy.
All right. Right, we're talking Nottingham Forest next.
Amen Corner, perhaps the most feared run of holes in golf. Each year, it claims the tournament hopes of many, with balls hitting bunkers and water traps aplenty. But why is it so fearsome, and where did it get its name? Just the thoughts of holes 11, 12 and 13 at Augusta National gives the likes of Rory McIlroy and Jordan Spieth the shivers. McIlroy hit 3 over and Spieth hit 4 over in their final rounds to blow their hopes of a green jacket in 2011 and 2016 respectively. But did you know Amen Corner's name is inspired by a jazz song from 1933? American sports writer Herbert Warren Wint, on the left here, wrote about it in 1958, referencing the song shouted in that Amen Corner when describing the run. Hole 11 is a par 4 over 520 yards with a green guarded by a pond and bunkers to the front edge. 12, perhaps golf's most famous hole, is a par 3 over just 155 yards. The green's guarded by Rays Creek at the front, more bunkers and azalea bushes ready to punish the smallest error. Then there's the 13th that teases the hook shot over the trees. It's a dogleg par 5 over 545 yards that's inviting for big hitters who want to reach the green in 2. If you want to win the Masters, you have to keep your score down around Amen Corner. So who'll be the next to fall victim to golf's most famous and most daunting challenge?
Stars on the American flag. Oh, we shambles from you, that.
Winston.
Honestly.
Winston Churchill.
That's a sackable offence.
The Prime Minister of England, mate.
Sackable offence. You listen to talkSPORT Breakfast. Me, Jamie O'Hara and Gabby Agbonlahor, our friends at Arnold Clark. Get £750 off any used electric car or home charger. Right. Huge game tomorrow lunchtime. Nottingham Forest take on Chelsea live on talkSPORT. But so far, for Big Ange, it's been nothing short of a terrible start to his life at Forest.
Big Ange, big return, has a familiar feeling about it. It's another defeat in North London.
The stadium exploded and Ange, well, he can't quite believe it. Swansea 3, Nottingham Forest 2.
He is the worst manager ever to grace the Premier League. Now there's a statement for you.
And the full-time whistle has just gone. Nottingham Forest 0, Sunderland 1.
Sacked in the morning. The chant of the Nottingham Forest fans.
The fans are disappointed. They're allowed to, they're entitled to have an opinion on it. I heard their opinion.
6 games now for Ange Postecoglou. No victory.
I knew I was getting sacked at Tottenham about 3 or 4 months before I did. Didn't stop me winning something. It doesn't enter my head.
Ange Postecoglou, well, the wait for a first win carries on. 7 matches, that's now without a win. And I'm sure there'll be plenty of talk about his position in the morning. Newcastle 2, Nottingham Forest 0.
Yeah, huge game for both clubs. And joining us now to look ahead what could be a big game for Big Ange, his former Nottingham Forest striker, Rob Earnshaw. Right, Rob?
Good morning, Rob.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
I'm good, Rob. I'm good. Look, Big Ange has come in, mate, at Nottingham Forest. And look, it's been a terrible start. We can't get away from it, but he needs time.
He does. I mean, it's crazy, to be fair. I kind of think that we kind of expect so much from him, but I don't know the reason why, you know? I know, of course, he won a trophy just as he left Tottenham, but we kind of paint him with this scenario of he has to win every single game, otherwise it's not good enough.
We need to win a game.
That's not the standard. To be fair, correct. He's got to win a game for sure. They've struggled, haven't they? They've completely struggled. That's the thing. But we've got to give him time. this is a guy who, if anything, he needs time. And then let's see how he is in a few months. Let's see how he does. Let's see if he wins games, first of all. So that, I think, listen, I think even myself, I'm surprised how much they've not won, to be honest with you. I was expecting them to kind of have a bit of a lift. You know, new manager comes in. Of course, they're a good team anyway. And then there's not been that lift that you normally have when a new manager comes in. So that's why I've been surprised at. And also not winning a game, because I actually think they've played actually quite well in 2 or 3 of the games. Should have won, but they haven't. That's the problem. So that's a bit of a worry. I wonder if this international break came at the perfect time and they've had a couple of weeks to kind of just settle down a little bit. And now they can start with some surprises tomorrow, hopefully.
Rob, I just look at the results though. You know, losing to Arsenal 3-0, that can happen to anybody at the Emirates. But the Swansea game, losing 3-2, that was poor, 2 late goals. Burnley 1-1, Real Betis 2-2, Sunderland at home 1-1, losing 3-2 to Midtjylland at home, and then 2-0 to Newcastle away. No clean sheet in those games for me. Obviously no wins, but no clean sheets. When Nottingham Forest last season was so good defensively, after 7 games last season in the Premier League, only 6 goals conceded. 7 games this season, 12 goals. So they've got to start with a clean sheet, haven't they, mate? Because they'll always score goals with the attacking players they've got.
Yeah. And it's funny because what we saw probably 2 seasons ago from Nottingham Forest is they struggled, obviously conceding goals. Then they struggled at set pieces. And last season, that never happened. They go into Europe. Now this season, and I think people got to remember also, even under Nuno, if you look at Nuno when he was in charge in the first few games of the season, they were struggling on the same things as Ange is struggling with. Those set pieces, to be fair, they've struggled to score goals at times, but those big clean sheets, they need clean sheets. And the big thing about Forest that came out from last season is defensively, they were outstanding. You look at that back 4, they were all outstanding. Sells in goals. Great goalkeeper. And what you kind of seeing a little trend maybe what happened at Tottenham is those centre-backs are starting to pick up a few injuries. So that's a worry because Murillo and Milenkovic been outstanding for the last year.
Yeah.
But Murillo's kind of picked up a little injury so that, you know, he's got to be replaced. But you just kind of look at Forest and think, first of all, they're not in rhythm. And then second of all, defensively, they've really, really struggled. So that's the big thing, for sure. And then you've got to pick, to be fair, he's got some good options going forward. Yes. That's the thing. He's got very good options. Igor Jesus, who's scored goals now when he's come in. And then also Chris Wood. So you've got really good options going forward. And then there's new signings that have come in. McAtee, Hutchinson, Douglas Luiz. And you've got Gibbs.
Really good players, haven't they?
Really good squad. Anderson, who's kind of just gone to a completely different level as well. So I've still got confidence in him. I think he'll be fine. You've just kind of got to get it together. And I think it's going to be one of those games where one click and maybe that's the fire that starts.
I agree he needs time, but you don't get time in football. And the problem I have with it is that you look at the next 4 games. At home to Chelsea, FC Porto at home in the Europa League, Bournemouth away, who are flying. That's the last place you want to go. And then Manchester United at home. 4 tough games where he's got to find a result, probably to keep his job, as crazy it sounds.
Do you know what? It's how tough can you get? You know, those games. And that's the thing. We've kind of got to give him those games, because you just think, those are tough games for anybody. You know, never mind the Liverpools, the Man Cities, Arsenal. They would find all those games tough. So we've got to kind of lay off him in terms of, like, if he doesn't win, then that's the end kind of. But listen, he's got to show. I think he's got to show that Nottingham Forest are competing. And it's going to have to be, you know, maybe a big surprise. Maybe it starts tomorrow against Chelsea.
Agreed.
You know,
Rob, I got just on Chelsea, like they're looking all right. They haven't blown anyone away, but a big win against Liverpool, scored in the last minute. Where are they going to be this season, do you think?
Do you know what? At the beginning of the season, I looked at Chelsea and I just thought they've just had a full summer. of course, playing in the tournament in the US. Yes, they won it. They're very, very good team. And then when I kind of look at it, I just think they'll come unstuck in terms of, you'll see Cole Palmer now picking up some injuries. They have a man sent off almost every single week for the last few weeks. So I just think that that inconsistency is what's going to unsettle Chelsea. They're a very, very good team. I think they'll be in the Champions League, but no more than that. I can't put them as contenders. I don't see them ever as contenders because, one, they'll pick up injuries. Two, they're too inconsistent in the season. In a 38-game season, they're too inconsistent. So I can't see them winning the league at all.
Yeah. Rob, just quickly, how did you feel after getting spanked by England? Didn't lay a glove on us, did you? It was embarrassing.
Do you know what? That was the worst part of it, is I felt that at least Wales will come out and give something, and they didn't show anything.
Yeah, might as well played you up front.
Do you know how exactly? But I was so disappointed. I took your joke about the spanking, but I still didn't believe it myself. I was thinking, nah, we'll be fine. We'll be all right.
Yeah.
You know what? The better team won. You've got to hold your hands up.
Rob, but Jamie thinks that Winston Churchill was.
I did not say Winston Churchill.
The president of the United States of America. You said Winston.
No, I didn't say it. I said win, and then I stopped and went back and said Abraham Lincoln.
Well, why have you got winning?
Stop trying to put words in my mouth.
Winston in
just
your
because
mind?
you come out and said about 8 stars on the American flag. All right, you've embarrassed yourself.
All right, let's move on.
Rob, see you later, mate.
Cheers,
Thanks
Rob.
for coming on.
Pleasure.
All right, still to come on breakfast.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Doing what matters for the trade. Find your local branch at travisperkins.co.uk.
We're going to be joined by the hilarious Tom Davies ahead of his brand new show that he's taking to the road with Romesh. And there's a huge game to come this Sunday.
And it's the icing on the cake. That's 4 second-half goals for Tottenham. Tottenham 4, Aston Villa 1.
Yeah, the mighty Spurs taking on Aston Villa. We'll be getting a Gabby and me combined 11. Who has the better players? We're going to be discussing that this morning. That was a look ahead with Travis Perkins.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Bricks on bricks on bricks. Over 40 million available to order with delivery to site. That's one less thing to worry about.
Good morning. This is talkSPORT Breakfast. Me, Jamie O'Hara Gabby Agbonlahor. What do you want to know this Friday morning? Well, Patrick Vieira has exclusively told The Sun that Declan Rice is Arsenal's next great leader. Jordan Pickford says the dark days are behind us after signing a contract extension at Everton until 2029. And on White and Jordan yesterday, head of Queensbury Promotions Frank Warren was asked whether his man Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk are still evenly matched despite Fury's double loss to the Ukrainian.
Yeah, they are. They were good fights, though, and I believe one of them, I think Tyson was unlucky not to get the decision, but it is what it is, and Usyk's a great fighter of his generation. And as you just said, Jim, they were great fights to watch. I would watch it again all day long. You know,
but it was 2-0, Frank. This ain't no trilogy.
Yeah, it was 2-0, and it's the same when Tyson fought Wilder. The first fight, I thought he won it. They gave a draw. The second fight, he definitely won. He knocked him out. And the third fight was one of the best heavyweight fights I've ever seen live.
Gabs, do we need that fight?
No. Tyson Fury lost both fights. Second one was more convincingly than the first one. Don't need to see that again. Usyk has got his number.
Yeah.
Frank Warren won't want to hear that, of course, but we'll want to see AJ and Fury fight. Usyk, you need to go and see him fight someone else now.
Yeah, I feel like he's got their numbers, hasn't he?
Oh, Usyk's probably thinking, yeah, I'll fight you again, no problem. It was a walk in the park, wasn't it? The second one for him. So I think we need to see Fury and AJ have a quick fight, and then next summer maybe we get the big one on AJ Fury.
Yeah, that would be the biggie.
That's what you got to see.
You want to have that. That's a trilogy fight on its own. If that fight happens, and I think there'll be fireworks. And I think you can. And then you get them two fighting probably 2 or 3 times.
Exactly.
And everyone will want to watch.
And then that's the end.
No one wants to see Usyk Fury.
No,
I don't think everyone.
No, the way
people will watch it because it's heavyweight.
The way he was hunting Fury down in one of the fights. Like it was easy for Usyk, let's be honest. The second one.
All right, for more on all the day's biggest stories and more exclusive fight content, check out talksport.com and the TalkSport Boxing YouTube channel. Let's turn attention now to the story in the back pages of this morning's Times. Tel Aviv fans barred from Villa match. Israeli side Maccabi Tel Aviv will have no way of getting supporters for their Europa League game at Villa Park on the 6th of November. West Midlands Police advised Birmingham's Safety Advisory Group to take that decision, which has been condemned by Jewish political leaders and the Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer. Joining us now on more of this, football journalist Dan Levine. Morning, Dan.
Good morning, Dan.
Morning. Morning, guys.
Dan, obviously this is turned into a massive story. How's it gone down in the Jewish community?
I would say that looking at the comment that's been made about this on social media overnight and the chat that people are having privately in WhatsApp groups, that this feels like quite a major moment. This is a decision that's essentially been taken by the Safety Advisory Group at Villa on the basis that they cannot, the police this is, protect the fans, the Jewish fans of Tel Aviv if they come to Birmingham. This is not a decision that's been made on the basis of the Maccabi Tel Aviv fans' behaviour. It's literally about their own safety. And I think not just for Jewish people is something that should be fairly sobering for people across the country.
We saw problems in Amsterdam back in November 2024. Ajax Maccabi fans both accused of violence. Do you think this incident is what's causing the police and local council to have the concern?
Well, the West Midlands Police and the Safety Advisory Group put out 2 statements last night in hurried succession. There seemed to be a little bit of a panic on the communications front there. And the second of those said, and I quote, "This decision is based on current intelligence and previous incidents, including violent clashes and hate crime offences that occurred during the 2024 Europa League match between Ajax and Maccabi Tel Aviv in Amsterdam." Now, the British government's advisor on anti-Semitism did a long report on events at that match, and what he found was that the Maccabi fans were the victims of that prejudice and that assault and that abuse far more than they were the perpetrators. Let's be honest. Every football club has a minority of fans who will behave in ways that are inappropriate. But the key thing about that report is that the Maccabi fans were the vast majority were the victims of this abuse. And so to take this decision based on that, to deprive them of the right of seeing their football club because they will not be safe doing it is really quite worrying.
I want to ask you, what did you make of Keir Starmer's statement, and do you think he should take any action?
Well, the Prime Minister has put out a statement saying this is the wrong decision. And I think that a lot of people will have welcomed that. At the same time, a lot of people will said, well, you're the Prime Minister, mate. So over to you. It came on a day when the Prime Minister also in the morning said that he would do absolutely anything possible to protect Jewish people on the streets of the United Kingdom. So, as I say, the ball is very much in his court.
Yeah. Villa Park are set to host a game at Euro 2028. Would you say that there should be question marks about the city being able to do that if they can't guarantee the safety of fans?
What I would say was that I saw a statement from the Aston Villa Jewish supporters group yesterday evening, which said, first of all, that Villa wanted both sets of fans in the ground, and secondly, that they had been inundated by non-Jewish fans of Aston Villa who wanted to give their tickets to Tel Aviv supporters so they could attend. So this is absolutely not about Aston Villa. Aston Villa, who just want to play a game of football, and Aston Villa who want to have both groups of supporters there. Birmingham is a city that I love. I've lived in Birmingham, and it's a multicultural city, and for the vast majority of the time, people rub along together in a very, very good way. I hope we're not there in a position yet where we have to be having those conversations. But in terms of this game itself, this just isn't acceptable, and this, a solution needs to be found that enables both sets of fans to attend.
Dan, you want this overturned. What would you say to the safety advisory group and the police if they can't guarantee safety and stand by that decision?
Right. Well, everyone, many of your listeners will know about safety advisory groups. Every football club has to deal with them. They're basically a group of people who work for the police and for the council, and it's their job to make sure that they can get a health and safety certificate for a football match. So they do a very administrative game, if you like. But if they can't find a way of making this game safe for Jewish supporters on the streets around Villa Park, then what are they there for, really? It's precisely their job to make this game safe for everyone, and they need to find a way of doing that.
Okay. Dan, you're a star. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you, Dan.
Thanks, guys.
Dan Levine there, former football journalist. We'll be bringing you more on this story throughout the morning. Up next, though, we're turning our attention to Liverpool v United.
What football ground are you thinking of when someone says this.
Really tough place to go. Difficult place to go. Such a tough place to go.
It's a tough place to go at the moment.
It was a really difficult place to go, always.
But what are the toughest places to go, really? We've scoured the planet to find out. Forget a cold, wet Tuesday night in Stoke. Try playing in a blizzard 220 miles inside the Arctic Circle at the world's northernmost professional club. When Chelsea lost at Tromsø in Norway in the 97-98 Cup Winners' Cup, a massive snowstorm hit at half-time. These two boys and their brooms were absolutely no match for it. We're staying in Scandinavia for Scotland's toughest away day on a windswept cliff in the Faroe Islands. In Euro 2000 qualifying, Craig Brown's men were taken to fishing village Toftir. Kevin Gallagher called the pitch a cowfield and the wind like Pittodrie on a bad day. The Faroe Islands part-timers equalised in stoppage time, leading to these absolute scenes, and still one of Scotland's most embarrassing results.
Daft little ground, silly game.
But away trips don't come any tougher than a lung-busting schlep up the Andes to face Bolivia in La Paz. But now the Bolivians have taken home advantage to another level. The country's highest city, El Alto, 4,100 metres above sea level. Grass doesn't even grow up here. Bolivia have not lost here yet. The longest unbeaten run in any professional league ever belongs to Red Star Belgrade, or Crvena Zvezda if you must. They've gone 7 years without defeat at the Rajko Mitic in Serbia's Superliga. Their fans are pretty intimidating as well, but they're not as loud as this mob. Galatasaray's Ali Sami Yen Stadium's officially the loudest in world football. In a derby with Fenerbahce, Galatasaray fans set a Guinness World Record of 131 decibels. That's louder than Motorhead, and pretty tough to carry out your manager's instructions when you can't even hear them. However, our most intimidating away day is in Wales, where cameras can't enter and players can't leave. HMP Prescoed. This prison team was briefly kicked out the Gwent League over concerns about young opposition having to go in there. Now that's a tough place to go.
Early June 1939, Germany. Always a tough place to go to.
Gabby Agbonlahor, you're up first. Easy one for you to start. How many stars are on the USA flag?
Oh.
Stop it. Stop.
That's a tough one. 8. Guess. 8? I don't know, mate.
8! You are listening to talkSPORT Breakfast. Me, Jamie O'Hara Gabby Agbonlahor, and Arnold Clark get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. On the way for you this morning, Gabby will be telling us which players make it into his Spurs and Aston Villa combined 11. He'll probably only pick 8 of them. Ahead of this,
picking players from like 1990.
8! This Sunday's game at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium is a biggie. We'll of course have the return of the curse of the commentator, Little Sam Matterface, later on. But first, there's a small matter of a northern derby. Liverpool v Manchester United's come this Sunday, and safe to say it's been a rocky start to the season for the Red Devils and Ruben Amorim, who's still looking to stitch it together and get back-to-back wins.
The Manchester United players sink to the ground in frustration. It's finished Manchester United 0, Arsenal 1. And Burma with a little jogging run up has missed, and Grimsby Town have knocked Manchester United out. Let's not make any mistake. That's an absolute shocker for Manchester United and Ruben Amorim.
We've chopped and changed managers. We've been there, we've done that. I think you've got to show some form of giving the manager time.
Jensen's going to go for goal and win the game with an
absolute stunner.
When you're trying to look for something to say, well, maybe we're going in the right direction, you get reminded that Manchester United have not only stagnated, but regressed under this manager.
He needs to demonstrate that he's a great coach over 3 years.
One step forward, several steps back. That's just Manchester United, I'm afraid. They can never put 2 wins in a row on the board in the Premier League under Ruben Amorim.
Yeah, in the time since United last won at Anfield in 2016, there's been 6 different prime ministers. Manchester United have had 7 different managers, and there's been 3,662 talkSPORT breakfast shows. But Gabby still hasn't got any smarter now. Honestly, you boys are unbelievable. That's harsh. Can you name the 6 prime ministers since the last time they won?
Oh, no.
You want to give us a couple?
There's been that many. Theresa May?
Yeah, go on.
That was one of them, wasn't it?
Yeah, go on, keep going.
Rishi Sunak.
Yeah, that's 2.
That'll do.
No more?
One more. No, I haven't got one more.
What about the one that's in now?
Who is it? Keir Starmer, of course. I'm thinking of 3 others, you donut. Can you name any more? Go on.
Boris Johnson.
Okay, any more?
Yeah, Liz Truss.
Yeah, in your ear, you're getting them in your ear.
David Cameron.
How does she do?
Yeah, not great. Any of them do any good.
Remember John Major? Remember him?
John Major?
Yeah. John Major's the man.
Anyway.
Margaret Thatcher.
Yeah, Margaret.
Tony Blair.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
we're going back now.
That's it, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Got him there, mate.
Look, let's talk about the big game at the weekend. It's a massive game. Liverpool, Man United.
Yes.
I've got to get into it. Amorim, he hasn't had back-to-back wins, which is outrageous. Right?
Wild.
He's been there for how many months now, and he hasn't had back-to-back wins. But Liverpool, they are looking a bit fragile.
Liverpool are 100%, but they're only a point off the top of the table. Leaders, Arsenal, 15 points. Liverpool are on. Liverpool are conceding goals. Arsenal, for instance, have conceded 3 out of 7 games. Liverpool conceded 9. I think the international break come at a perfect time for Liverpool. They will regroup, Jamie.
Yeah.
They've been through a lot as a football club.
Yeah.
The late passing of Diogo Jota will have affected all of them players. And I just look at the 2-week break. Players got into international break, get themselves together. They know they need not just a win, they need a performance.
Yeah.
They could do with a good smashing of Manchester United, a good 3-4-0.
Yeah.
But recent years, last 2 years, it's been 2-2 and 0-0 in the games between Liverpool and Manchester United at Anfield.
Do you think Amorim's if he gets beat 4-0, do you think he's on borrowed time?
No.
I mean, if it's him, Ratcliffe come out saying, he want him to give him 3 years.
Radcliffe's thinking, no problem, you got time. So
It is a problem, though.
I totally agree.
Yeah. He can't. Man United are terrible.
And the thing that I look at, Jamie, is that they're on 10 points. I don't know how they've fluked 10 points because start of the season, lost at home to Arsenal 1-0.
Yeah.
Then drew with Fulham away. Grimsby gave him a good walloping in the EFL Cup and knocked them out.
In Burnley, they got 3 points in the last second of the
Burnley,
game.
they won 3-2 in the last second of the games.
Yeah.
Manchester City got a good 3-0 walloping. Could have been 7 or 8. Then they beat Chelsea, who had 10 men from the first
4 minutes.
5-6 minutes, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Then they get a good hiding from Brentford 3-1 away from home. Their only wins are against Burnley at home 3-2, Sunderland at home 2-0, and then against 10 men Chelsea. So for me, 10 points sort of papers over the cracks.
Yeah, I agree. In terms of the rivalry over the years, Man United and Liverpool for me is the biggest game in the country,
Yes.
right? But how far away are Man United from Liverpool?
Years, mate. Years of recruitment, of getting rid of players that are not needing that squad. Players like Casemiro still there. You know, they've got Diego Dallo at right back, who's for me is not at the levels. They've got so many players they need to shift out of that squad. Centre halves, Delit has done better this season. Maguire, I do like. Yoro doesn't look like the player that maybe they thought they'd signed, even though he's still young. I think they've got a lot of transfer windows they need to sort out that squad. Attacking wise, though, Mbumo, Cunha, top players.
Yeah.
Shesko looks like he's getting into his rhythm as well. So they will score goals, of course.
Bruno Fernandes.
Exactly.
Is he better than Florian Wirtz?
Oh, yeah. Oh, of course. If you could pick either player,
who's going to pick a number 10 right now?
You're picking Bruno Fernandes all day. But I do think Wirtz will come good, mate. I think he needs a bit of time. Like
Bruno's playing centre mid, really.
Yeah, it's a new league, mate. Wirtz is going to need time to adjust and understand this isn't the Bundesliga. It really isn't. You come over here now, he's got no time, and players will target him now. You know, when you get to
give him time.
Yeah, whoever's playing against him will be like, yep, press him high.
Yeah.
If you're Manchester United, you're saying whenever he gets on the ball, have someone on him. The only problem you've got is you've got Casemiro who's got no legs. Ugarte will get booked after 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's frustrating watching Manchester United because I can just see a 4-3-3 there, just waiting to happen. You could start with your three midfielders as Mainu, maybe Ugarte, and then Bruno Fernandes as a 10.
Yeah.
Or Ugarte as a 6 and Mainu and Fernandes as 2 8s. Cunha off the left and Boom off the right, Šeško off the front. Why complicate it with a 5?
Yeah, I know. I agree. We got Leo, who's a Liverpool fan. All right, Leo?
Good morning, Leo.
Leo?
Morning.
Morning, mate.
Hi there, not Leo. Ivo. IVO.
I what?
Ivo. IVO.
Ilo.
No,
Ivo. Sorry, mate.
Sorry, mate.
We got Leo here in the shambles. Can't get the staff. Ivo, look, big Liverpool fan. Are you worried about this game?
I'm not massively worried about the game. Slightly worried that we might get a draw. But what I would like to say is I'm worried about Slot's decisions. Because at the moment, I'm sorry, but we're using two, I would say, best midfielders, one holding midfielder, Gravenberg, and attacking midfielder, Soboslai, in a back four.
Yeah.
I mean, we do have 2 right backs, and we do have centre back as well. It would be Gomez, and I don't understand why they don't get used.
Well, he's playing Szoboszlai at right back, but I just think like he's wasted there. He's so good in midfield, and he ain't a right back. He gets done at the back post. Whenever I've watched him, he's got done.
Exactly. He's not a defender. He's attacking midfielder. He's number 10, isn't he? And when he goes and plays for Hungary, he scores every single game. So why would we do that? We got 2 right backs.
Ivo.
And Bradley, Conor Bradley, he's been in the club for so long, and he's been absolute legend whenever he needed to step in instead of Trump.
Ivo, going forward though, we were talking about this yesterday, me and Jamie. Ekitike and Isak. Will this become a problem? Because Ekitike is not going to play second to Isak. He looks like he's got the arrogance and the belief in his performances to be number 1.
Yes. In all honesty, in my opinion, I never wanted to see Isak come to Liverpool because the way he dealt with Newcastle. As far as I remember, I've been supporting Liverpool not too long, let's say 2005.
Yeah.
But I've never seen any player, like a high-headed player, like you got for, Manchester's, your Ronaldos and the other lot.
Well, so you didn't want Isak?
It's not like I didn't want him, but the way he went about the business with Newcastle, I didn't feel like he's for us. And Ekitike, he's been really good at Germany, and now he stepped in. I must say, he's more skillful than Isak. I mean, don't get me wrong. If Isak starts banging 2-3 goals every single game,
Isak's not fit. He ain't in a pre-season, do you know? And I don't think there's any excuses now. He's had time. So when he comes, this game at the weekend, if Isak starts, he's got to produce. He's got to start producing.
Exactly. Yeah, but you look at Sweden. They failed. They failed massively. You got Gyökeres and Isak, 2 apparently best Premier League strikers at the moment, or supposedly. So it's not happening for them, is it?
All right, Ivo, thanks for your call. Let's go to Joe. He's a Liverpool fan. All right, Joe.
Good morning, Joe.
So are we?
I'm all right. I'm all right. Yeah, look, massive game against Man United. You're obviously clear favourites, aren't you?
Yeah, we are, lads. But do you know what? Just go back to the previous call in there. But some players playing different formations, different positions. Liverpool, I've been watching Liverpool for 55 years. And suppose these guys come in, yourself being ex-players. You lads come in, they've got to settle down. They've got to find out the strengths and weaknesses. Doesn't mean a player comes in. Do you remember Ray Kennedy played for Arsenal? Played centre-forward for Arsenal with Radford up front. Come to Liverpool, Bob Paisley put him in midfield.
Yeah.
Jan Moby, same again. You've got sort of our players now. I agree, we don't know who's the strength in what position. But he's got to make demand of where you never know it, Mo. Mo's there at the moment. Mo's head's down for obvious reason. You know, we lost a brother, you know, at Liverpool.
Yeah.
Don't let's forget that. And we can't keep on going on about it, which is sad. But we do, because there's a bereavement still going on, lads. And to have that crack and sort of realise when your partner's not there, sitting in that dressing room, it must be hard to take. So with all that going on, we will sort of get our formation, we will get our pattern, and it takes time. And I think at the end of the day, get back to Sunday's game. Sorry, Jay, go on, you say, mate.
No, go on, carry on, mate, go on.
No, and I think the thing is that I think it's going to be, again, always is Man United, no matter what, you know, it's going to be a tough game because, you know, they turn us on against us, you know, and I think it's going to be a win for Liverpool.
What about Florian Wirtz, though, mate? I've got to ask you about him, Joe, because he looks lightweight.
Yeah, he is, but Jamie, when you lightweight when you first started?
No, I was absolute sprick.
Shut down. Now, this is a family show, Jamie. Don't let us start this anymore, mate. Listen, we've all got our strengths and weaknesses. Let's see where we are after Christmas. And I think it's a great show.
Coming up, we're going to continue to build up to a huge game in the Premier League. Spurs, we're preparing to batter Villa once again.
poker face, poker face. Poker face, poker face. I wanna roll with
You are listening to talkSPORT Breakfast. Me, Jamie O'Hara Gabby Agbonlahor, a bit Lady Gaga, Poker Face. Why are we playing it though? Well, Jason Cundy has been attempting to steer the sports bar without me this week. I'm sure it's been a shambles. Monday, Gabby's name came up in a conversation with Jermaine Pennant.
Which talkSPORT presenter is best at poker?
It's got to be Cass, isn't it? After hearing that story.
He's winning 120.
You know, over 100k. Mind you, Cass plays it seriously, right? So Cass is Cass seriously knows what he's doing.
I think it would be Gabby.
Why are you laughing? Why are you digging at Gabby?
I'm not Gabby.
Why are you digging at poor old Gabs? He's going to listen to this, Gabs.
You a bit of a poker man? Why's Pennant coming for you, by the way?
I don't know. Why answer the question though? Gabby be good at poker?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like it was a bit of a. I feel like they were mugging you off a bit.
Can we get them on? Try and get to the bottom of it, Jamie.
Yeah, get Pennant on.
Yeah. Come on, Chirpy, get on here. No, I do like a game of poker.
Do you?
But like,
any good?
I'm a nightmare though, mate, because I'll bluff someone.
Yeah.
And I'll show him, and they've got head loss.
Right.
I'm just laughing inside.
Yeah.
You know, like show you bluffs, which people don't do.
Some people do.
But then you could be waiting bloody 45 minutes for a decent hand.
Yeah, I know.
Got to keep bluffing.
Just keep bluffing the way out of it.
Yeah, why not, mate?
Yeah, Cass is good, by the way. Cass
I spoke to Cass the other day.
Yeah, he plays it properly.
Yeah.
I ain't got the patience for it. I get bored.
Yeah.
I get bored, like, unless I've got,
Look at your hand and it's like 9-2 and you're like, all right, let me just watch the TV.
Yeah, it's
so they finish the
boring.
hand. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I agree with you. Right, let's get the latest odds with Coral and Simon Clare.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. We're here for the fans this season. 18 plus gambleaware.org.
Morning, Si.
Good morning, Jamie.
Simon.
Good morning, Gabby. Yeah, I can't imagine you having a great poker face, Jamie. I think you might actually show your emotions too much. Whereas Gabby, deadpan Gabby.
Sunglasses on, Simon, I wear as well.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'll have you know, Si, I did go and play a little poker tournament up north, and let's just say I knocked out some big hitters.
Did you? Seriously?
Yeah, but I mean,
hello.
It helps that I had, double aces and,
Oh, really? You were dealt some nice hands?
I've got some good hands.
Strategy.
Yeah, it wasn't more tactical awareness, let me tell you. But yeah, we'll have a go. But Si, what's going on with the odds then? Because obviously we've got the Premier League back, some big games at the weekend. I'm going to go Spurs Villa. What are the odds?
Jamie, can I stop you there though? Because it's Champions Day at Ascot, Simon. And, I think fifth column is a great bet in the Balmoral. Have you got odds on that, Simon?
Oh, I love this. I did actually say I'd forgotten to put racing down the list to my shame of what we should chat about.
Alan will be listening at home. That's why.
Exactly. And producer Ed said, they always talk about racing. I said, yeah, they always talk about racing with Alan's on. So a very good impression, Gabby.
Thank you.
On Clips of the Week. And yeah, tomorrow's Champions Day. I imagine Rupert Bell will be there for talkSPORT, but it's the last day of the flat season. It's called Champions Day. Tomorrow really lives up to that because we've got a Champions Stakes with the three big hitters of the season, Ombudsman for the John Gosling team, Calandagan from France, and Delacroix from Aidan O'Brien's yard, who won the Coral Eclipse. I'll be cheering him on. That's the big race. And the race before that is the Queen Elizabeth II Stakes, another Group 1, where Field of Gold, who was going to be the star of the season, flopped midsummer, has had a break. This is his comeback. He's favourite, and he's taken on a horse called Rosalien, who I'll be cheering on with Sean Levy on board, who's been so unlucky, keeps getting beat in these Group 1 races by the narrowest of margins. So I'm hoping he'll have his big day tomorrow. So great day's racing, but like you said, Jamie, brilliant day's football as well.
Yeah, we're going to clip that up, so we're going to send it out to Marbella, and Al, while he's having his breakfast champagne, he can read up on it and he'll write it down. And
he'll be on a long walk.
Yeah, do you reckon?
Through Portobello. He loves a walk, doesn't he?
Yeah, about 5 yards.
You can walk. Well,
he walks straight to Sinatra's in Portobello.
Well, the south of Spain, they all have the British horse racing on in there for the old expats. And I'm sure there's ways of getting bets on there as well. But Alan will certainly work it out.
Yeah, Al will figure that out, that's for sure. Look, let's get back to the football. Spurs Villa. Obviously, it's a massive game for both clubs. What are we looking at?
Draw?
Well, Spurs are 11 to 10 favourites. I mean, it's a great start for your guys. Villa started slowly, starting to sort of show a bit of form. They're 5-2 away from home. So quite tight betting, I would have thought, given Spurs have home advantage. I mean, you must be pleased with how things are going. The Spurs, outside of Arsenal, Liverpool and City and Chelsea, they're the top four in the betting. Spurs are the next in the betting to win the title, but also in terms of getting into that top four.
What they've spent, they should be. Villa haven't spent any money, PSR, Simon, so Spurs should be favourites.
Well,
excuses.
okay. I mean, I'm an Arsenal fan, but credit where credit's due. I think Spurs have, under Thomas Frank, just look more solid. Don't they look a lot more solid than last season, don't they, James? So,
yeah, I mean, we were shocking last season, but we look like a more of a compact team. I still think there's a long way to go.
Yeah.
I think there's some players there who need to up their game, but look, we've picked up results. That's the main thing.
And this will be a test. This will be a test on Sunday, won't it? Because
I think this is a big game for us to see where we're at as a team, because Villa are a good side. They haven't started well, but you can't get away from the fact they got some good players.
There's also, Simon, some big games at the bottom. Burnley, Leeds, and Sunderland, Wolves. Even though Sunderland aren't near the bottom, but big game for Wolves.
Well, yeah, and Sunderland, it's one of those weird things. It's early stage of the season. Although Sunderland are sort of flying high, relatively speaking, they're still third favourites to go down along with West Ham at 13-8. Well, the relegation betting, it stands 2-7 Burnley, 8-13 Wolves. So this is a massive game. And then it's 13-8 Sunderland and 13-8 West Ham. And Forest will come to 5-2 for relegation. When this time last season, for a lot of the season, we were talking about Champions League football for them. Yeah. But yes, the Sunderland are 6-4 favourites in this game against Wolves. Wolves are 2-1. This is very tight in the betting in that game. And then the Burnley Leeds game, which I'll come to. Burnley are 2-1. Leeds are actually favourites away from home at Burnley, which shows you how tough Burnley are having it at the moment.
Look, I've got to ask you, Man United obviously playing Liverpool. It's a massive game at Anfield. Are Liverpool heavy favourites, even though they've lost 3 on a bounce?
Well, again, good question. I mean, I'm amazed. This just shows you how things have changed. Liverpool are, and I say only 8-13 at home against Man United. I think this time last year, they'd have been more like sort of 4-9. You know what I mean? So it's definitely factored in. The fact that United are 4-1, it's 3-1 the draw, sort of is suggesting, and again, with my Arsenal hat on, that this is a real sort of tester, really, to see where Liverpool are at and how far below last season's form they're at. And an opportunity for United and Amorim. United raised themselves last season in some of these big games, didn't they, against City and Liverpool? So I think this is an absolute corker.
Simon, you say you're an Arsenal fan there. Did you hear Jamie O'Hara yesterday saying that you're the worst fans out there? Do you agree with him, Simon?
I'm happy to be the worst fans if we actually win something. So yes, exactly. if we really irritate and annoy everyone come next May because we won the title, totally happy. Do you know what? Worse generally, you know when you go through time. I'm an old man now. I used to hate Liverpool in the 80s. Then they stopped winning everything, and I ended up feeling a softer spot for them. Do you know what I mean? I used to hate United in the early noughties. The Arsenal, United. I actually started to feel sorry for them in recent years. If you know what I mean. Yes. So it's kind of like, I think it's almost like when rival fans like you, it probably means you're not very good and you're not beating them. So yeah, I want to be hated because I want Arsenal to win stuff.
All right, Si, you're a star, mate. Thank you.
Top man, Simon.
Guys.
All right, that was a look at the latest odds. All thanks to Coral. 18+, beganwed.org. Coming up, me and Gabby are going at it. Who's the better team on paper, Spurs or Villa? Discuss that next.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. We're here for the fans this season. 18+, gambleaware.org.
Corinthian Casuals are a team in the Combined Counties League Premier Division South. Despite that, they're one of the most important clubs in world football. Here's why. The club was formed in 1939 as the result of a merger between Corinthians FC and Casuals FC. Now, Corinthians FC were founded in the late 1800s when the FA's top brass were absolutely sick of getting pumped by Scotland every time they played them. As a result, Nicholas Lane Jackson set up an amateur side which would bring in the best players who could all play for the national side. And it worked. It wasn't long before England were dominating the international fixtures they played, and it was largely down to Corinthians. In fact, in 1894 and 1895, they played consecutive games where Corinthians provided the entire England 11. But the thing is, the players refused to play professional football. They didn't believe in it. They wanted to spread the values of sportsmanship, competition, and played for the love of the game. It also helped most of the players were Oxbridge graduates who didn't need the money, but instead of entering league and cup competitions, they played exhibition football and toured the world, bringing the beautiful game with them. Think of it like the Harlem Globetrotters of football, and it was this which spread the game throughout the world and made it so popular. Most famously, in 1910, they travelled to Brazil, and the locals in Sao Paulo were so impressed they started their own team under the same name. Yes, the same Corinthians who won the FIFA Club World Cup in 2021, one of the biggest clubs in Brazil.
Listening to Total Breakfast, me, Jamie O'Hara Gabby Agbonlahor and Arnold Clark. Get £750 off any used electric car or home charger. But do you want the chance to win up to £100,000? Then listen up. It's our biggest cash prize yet and we're going all out. That's right. A massive £100,000 completely tax-free could be yours. Listen up. Here's how to enter.
18 plus UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text the word cash to 83338 and you're in the draw. Text costs £2 plus one standard network rate message. You must have the bill payer's permission, or you can enter for free by calling 0330 880 3338. All entries must be received by the 6th of November at 4 p.m. This is a TalkSPORT limited promotion run on TalkSPORT, Talk and Virgin Radio UK stations. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
Right, now this Sunday it's the O'Hara Gabby derby in
Come on, Rory.
And it's the icing on the cake. Tottenham 4, Aston Villa 1, edge of the D, right-hand side, James Maddison with a lovely little chipped effort.
Kamara, lovely change of feet, left foot shot. Oh, what a fantastic goal from Boubacar Kamara. Aston Villa 2, Tottenham Hotspur 0.
I think the Brighton game was a very good game. I think first half against Wolves was good. We didn't score, but I think all the right signs was there.
It was Tottenham Hotspur putting away their chances which did the trick. Full time at Ellen Road, Leeds 1, Tottenham 2.
Spurs are back. They're back. We don't need Harry Kane.
Aston Villa 2, Burnley 1.
Progressively confidence, and after the last matches we played, progressively getting better and winning.
Say up the Villa, could they? Up the Villa! Up the Villa! Up the Villa! Come on then! Up the Villa!
The mighty third-place Spurs, they host slow starters Aston Villa, 2 p.m. on Sunday. Gabby will be there in the Prawn Sandwich Brigade seats, aren't you? You're going full hospitality.
Yeah, I'm going to get there like 10:30, 11, mate. Get the full 3 hours before kick-off.
Yeah, you want to get there before the fans get there, that's right.
2 hours afterwards, champagne, champagne Charlie, lobster, rolls, the lot, mate.
Yeah. You're going to enjoy yourself.
Why not, mate?
Yeah.
Why not, Jamie?
Well, you know.
Everyone else does. Why not?
It's a good stadium, you know. It's a nice stadium to go and enjoy it.
Yeah. Beyonce in the old executive box, maybe?
Look, 3 Spurs fans in the breakfast production team. They tell me you've promised to invite them into the box as well. Are they allowed to come?
If they get, the script right, maybe. For once, or the stats right, maybe. Yeah, no. Not for me.
Spurs have started all right. We're third in the table, got 14 points. Thomas Frank's turned it around after terrible last season, really. I know he won the Europa League, but Premier League form was awful. Villa, slow start, but they looked like they're looking like they've picked up a bit.
They definitely have, and surprisingly, to win a player that has done very well, Brendia. He's a player that was at Leverkusen last season on loan, didn't really work out for him, come back.
Yeah.
I think Aston Villa were after different number 10s. They couldn't get over the line. Asensio was one of them they wanted. Paqueta late in the window. Ended up signing Harvey Elliott. But Brendia's got that place locked down now, and Harvey Elliott's got a lot of work to do to get them into that number 10 role. Watkins looks sharper. Rodgers is looking sharper as well. John McGinn has been immense. Honestly, during the bad run, if you ever want your captain to stand up and show what he's made of, he really did make some important goals, some top performances.
We're going to do a combined Tottenham and Aston Villa 11.
We're going to do a serious one, though.
What do you mean? Yeah, no, we'll do a serious one.
You sure?
Yeah, we'll make it serious.
I've done mine, serious.
Well, I've done mine. Off the bat, how many Aston Villa players are in your team?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Can
6,
you count?
7.
You got 7 players in it.
Yeah.
Are you? I mean, like, you say you want to do something serious, and you've got 7 Aston Villa players in it.
Yeah.
Come on, mate.
Can we go through them then?
Right, goalkeeper.
Okay, it's a city. Your goalkeeper.
Emi Martinez.
Mate, honestly, mate, there could be no one near him. Your keeper, you wouldn't catch it. Vicario.
Vicario's actually he's done all right this season.
Nothing crosses though. Terrible, mate.
But I agree with you. Emi Martinez.
Thank you.
Is definitely in
that's
there.
one.
Right, the back 4 is all Spurs.
Pardon?
Spence, Van der Ven, Romero, and Porro.
No.
There's no question. There's no debate over the back 4.
Okay, I disagree. I have gone Spence, Konsa, Van der Ven, and Digne, a left back. Mate, you're talking about...
Well, Spence plays left back.
Well, he's at right back for me.
Yeah, but he's not, because he's a left back, and Porro is...
He's right-footed.
Yeah, no, but he's a left back. He's playing left back.
Yeah, but if he's going to play for his country, he'll probably be at right back. Okay, let's go to Konsa then. Konsa Romero.
Konsa Romero's not even an argument.
John.
Romero's unbelievable. Konsa's a brilliant player, but come on.
No, but you this is what happens when a player that plays for his country, England, and he's a star player, and he's at a club like Aston Villa, everyone's a bit like, yeah, he's all right. If he was at Liverpool, if he was at Manchester City or Chelsea, there'd be more big talk.
No, but he's not, is he?
He's disrespected.
And Aston Villa are 13th in the table.
Yeah, but he's underrated. He's a top defender, can play right back.
He's not on Romero's level.
He is, mate. Romero, Mr. Head Loss.
Romero hasn't had any head loss. He's the captain now.
Listen, Romero's very good. It's tight, but I'm going to go Konsa. Van der Ven's easy.
Right,
of course.
Okay, so are we?
Okay, I'll give you. Give me
Romero.
No. You have 3 at the back 4. Give me Konsa.
All right, go on then. Whatever.
Thanks, mate.
All right, midfield. Who we got? Who are you going with?
So for me, this player, Aston Villa recently got him signed up for a long-term contract. Kamara. He is a top. Oh my God, what's the point in this? Don't tell me you're going to disrespect Kamara. He's one of the top DMs in the Premier League. Who are you going to put there instead of him as that number 6?
Well, for me, I've got Paulinho.
Pardon?
Paulinho. He's been one of the best players in the Premier League this season.
Jamie, don't wind me up.
Paulinho's been one of the best players in the Premier League this season. He's been unbelievable. Look at all the stats. He's up there. Paulinho has to go in this team. Sorry, he does. You can't. Paulinho has to go.
He's not been unbelievable though. He scored a great goal against Wolves. But he was poor for the whole game. But scored a great goal.
Paulinho walks into Aston Villa's team. He walks into most teams in the Premier League right now. Paulinho has to go in there.
Well, they're the same player that couldn't get.
Do you want Paulinho? Do you want Paulinho and Kamara?
I want Kamara. Kamara's in there.
All right, so Kamara and Palhinha, we go centre mid, right? That's the centre mid. And then we got to pick the number 10.
No. John McGinn. Don't start leaving McGinn out. Jamie, don't start leaving John McGinn out.
What's the point of doing this? Honestly, what's the point?
So you're going to disrespect McGinn as well?
Listen, John McGinn's
you've got family in Birmingham. Don't start. You go to Birmingham.
Listen, John McGinn's a great player. John McGinn's a great player. But come on, we can't. Aston Villa have been terrible this season. They've only just started picking up. You want to pick the whole Aston Villa team?
I need a water. What's up?
Like, honestly, what's going on here? Kamara and McGinn.
So you don't rate John McGinn?
No, of course I rate.
Outstanding in recent.
Of course I rate John McGinn. He plays on the left.
No, he doesn't. This season he's played centre midfield. The odd game he might play off the right or left, but centre midfield, scores some really important goals.
Okay, but he can't go in there because we've got Palhinha and we've got Kamara.
I can't, man.
And I have to give you Morgan Rogers, right?
Morgan Rogers. I can't leave you that.
No. I know why you got McGinn in there, because he's your boy. Just because you want some free tickets.
Mate. I need some freebies.
No, John's not going in there, mate. John, and you can listen to this. Gabby, he's not allowed in there. I'm sorry, pal. He's not allowed in there. McGinn, I know you give him tickets. He's not going in there.
Yeah, you're out of order, mate.
Morgan Rogers, I'll give you Morgan Rogers number 10. I'll give you that, because he deserves it. He's top player. Right, so that's sorted.
Okay, then, yeah, thank you.
Xavi Simons off the left.
No. What's he done? Okay, what's he done this season?
What do you mean?
What has he done this season?
Well, he's turned up.
What has he done this season?
Who's your man? Who are you putting out there?
I'd rather go for three in midfield of Kamara, Bentancur and McGinn. But if you're saying...
Palhinha has to be in there. I wanted Bentancur, but I've let that one slide.
Okay, so why don't we go Palhinha, Kamara, McGinn? Let's get him behind the ball. Let's play a bit more defensive.
Stop trying to get your pal John in there, all right? John's not going.
I'm not having Simons in. He's done nothing this season, mate. He's got a lot to prove.
Do you want to put John on the left?
Let's get him on the left. Let's get him in there.
John's off the left.
John, get him in there. John's off the left, mate.
John's off the left.
Yeah, he'll do a job there. Perfect. On the right, easy. Kudos.
Yeah, kudos.
I agree.
Right. Yeah, okay. And up front?
The pigeon dancer.
Yeah, Richarlison.
Yeah.
He started the season well, mate. He started well. He's on fire.
But what has he done since?
Yeah, he's been a bit quiet, but I think Richarlison goes in there, mate.
Yeah,
he's been better than Watkins. He's been better than Watkins. Watkins ain't started this season. He's been miles off it, mate. You can't get away from that.
Scored a great goal recently.
You can't get away from the fact that he's been miles off it this season. Richarlison.
If you try and put Richarlison in this, I'll walk out, mate.
Richarlison's going in the team, mate. I've given you your mate McGinn.
Jamie, I'll never be able to go to Villa Park again if I allow you to put the pigeon dancer before Watkins. No way, mate.
Okay, so we've got the team. It's confirmed. Emi Martinez, Jed Spence, Van der Ven, Konsa, Porro. Yeah, then we've got Palhinha, Kamara, Rogers as a number 10, John McGinn on the left because he's your mate and you get tickets off him, Kudos and Richarlison.
No, Watkins.
Right, still to come on breakfast.
Watkins.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Benchmarks Kitchens and Joinery. Get trade prices on kitchens to suit all styles and budgets at Benchmarks.
Yeah, we're going to bring you more throughout the show on the Times top story this morning. Tel Aviv fans barred from the Villa Park. Football journalist Dan Levine joined us earlier for a bit on background.
This is a decision that's essentially been taken by the safety advisory group at Villa on the basis that they cannot, the police this is, protect the Jewish fans of Tel Aviv if they come to Birmingham. This feels like quite a major moment.
That was Dan Levine. You're going to hear from the security specialist Will Geddes after 9 as well. That was a look ahead with Travis Perkins.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. With 250 hire branches nationwide, it's easy to hire at Travis Perkins.
listening to TalkSPORT Breakfast, me, Jamie O'Hara and Gabby Agbonlahor. Now we are joined by one of the funniest men in the country. He's out but 2 hours across the UK. He's currently on the road with his podcast and mate Romesh. The next year's brand new stand-up show gets underway. In between all that, he's crying about his beloved West Ham United. I'm delighted to say we're joined in the studio, comedian, big West Ham fan, Tom Davis. Morning, Tom.
Good morning, Tom.
Jamie. Morning, Gabby. How you doing?
I'm good, mate. Before we start hammering you about West Ham, just tell us about the upcoming tours and what's it like with Romesh.
Oh, Romesh is a joy, man. We've been doing that podcast for, I think, 3 years now. So that's just us, just waffling, just chatting. And, and we've been touring it. I think the tour's it's all sold out that now until middle of November. But that is, we have a lot of fun doing that.
Them podcasts have become massive, right, to go and tour and do them.
Yeah, I mean, that as well is no prep. Do you know what I mean? You turn up, the two of you, you just chat about what's ever in your head and people come along and watch, and it can go sort of each and every way. But we've done 4 so far. I've got now five or six to do, and they're Glasgow and Newcastle this weekend. They're great, man. And he's like me. We started out stand up together, so he's my best pal. So you have a lot of fun on the road together as well, which is always it's I guess it's more sort of like you feel almost more like a team sport. We have a DJ, so we've got Rob who plays tracks before we go on, so it feels like you've got a little bit of a bubble. Whereas stand up on your own, it's quite a lonely sport. Do you know what I mean? You're out just on the road on your jacks.
How fun is it as well? Because you're going to some incredible cities. I mean, you're going to Dublin, Belfast. You're going to the mighty Birmingham.
Yes, Birmingham is always incredible. Birmingham.
Thank you.
I love Birmingham.
Keep going.
I love a bit of Birmingham. I mean, going to the stand-up tour is just a joy. I think that you see so much of the country. You get to meet people. You get to spend a little bit of time in different places. Some places better than others. Cheltenham, not going there this year. Great for races. Not so good for stand-up.
Oh, really? Why?
I don't know. It's a weird buzz there. It's a really straight. I like a city that's got or a town that's got a real feels like it's got an identity, and the people are bang up for it. And nothing against the people of Cheltenham. It fell a little flat. And I was texting another stand-up. I won't name. I was like, I don't know if this is me. No, he went, no, that's just Cheltenham, mate.
It's funny because my mate lives in Cheltenham and he went to your thing. Yeah, he said it was you. Yeah, I guess that must be hard, right? When you go and you're expecting a buzz and it don't quite happen.
I think sometimes as well it comes down to the night you're there. Yeah. I think if you can do a Friday, Saturday night, you know that people are buzzing, they're up for it. If you go on a Sunday, people are thinking about work the next day. It takes that gloss off.
Yeah.
You always want. I like a Friday, Saturday night when everyone's a bit reared up.
Yeah.
And looking forward to it.
I was done a thing at the Belfry the other week. Rob Beckett come up and he done a stand. He's great, Rob. And
he's amazing.
They're really funny, but he adapted to the crowd.
Yeah.
You know, and I guess that's an art in itself to do that as a comedian, right? You got to know
of course. Yeah.
what you're dealing with.
If you go, like I say, you're doing a Friday night in Liverpool, you want to be pumped up and you want to go up and just be up for it. Do you know what I mean? Whereas like you're doing a Sunday and everyone's a bit more chilled, and then you've got to change your tact a bit, and you've got to go in a bit. You can't be going in sort of with a big boxing intro and sort of leaping off the walls. Do you know what I mean? You've got to go, you've got to sort of acclimatise to it.
Yeah.
People are paying to come and watch you as well, being yourself.
Yeah.
And I notice you are yourself, and that's what people will, love seeing.
I think it's a weird thing. I stopped doing stand-up for like about 6 years, and got in my head a little bit about it. Confidence went, and one thing and another, and I sort of lost any love for it. So, and then sort of turned to the acting, and the acting obviously is the opposite of that. It's being someone else, and had a certain amount of success with that. And then coming back to stand-up and just being quite open, and this is where I'm at with life. And I think stand-up's quite important. You can talk about any given subject, and I do believe that you should in stand-up. I think you can raise any subject, you make it funny, you make it about yourself, make it deeply personal, relatable.
Yeah.
And I think it's great when you have a moment where someone in the crowd goes, I thought that just happened to me.
You have to be careful though, like certain things you can't say. What it's like nowadays. You've got to be careful, even in comedy, haven't you?
I think if you've always been a bit of a, I was going to use another word there, I can't because it's early morning radio. But if you've got that in you that you're going to be offensive and upset people, that's just in you. Yeah. I think my humour's never been there. I like to self-deprecate. I always think it's funny to take the mick out yourself.
At yourself,
rather than be up there sort of aiming shots at people. I've never been that sort of comic. I don't really sort of buy that that's ever going to be that funny. So I think it's punch upwards or punch inwards.
Let's talk about your team, West Ham. Got to get into it, mate. You had a shambles to the start of the season. You're 19th in the table. There's a protest outside the ground on Monday. What's
I'll be there trying to sell tickets.
What's happened?
Mate, it's been a long time coming. It really has. I think the trouble we've got is... Look, firstly, I think it's the protest in itself. It is slightly misjudged. It's like Nuno's taken over. I think in the games that we've had under Nuno, I think Nuno looks like I think the team look like they're going to adapt more to his ideals as a manager. I think the Potter thing it just didn't work, did it?
No.
And it's sad, I think, for Graham, but I just don't. I think it was so off the mark. I think there was a number of players there who just didn't buy it. I think sadly going into a game Brentford at home, where really you should be looking for 3 points there.
Yeah.
If there's stuff, and that's been the problem really since we left Upton Park. I think there's always been this animosity growing between the fans and the board. There's a friction there, and I think it's quite it's a worrying thing because. I don't know about you guys. When I saw that, we've had a few years now where the teams getting promoted have come up, and you've gone, there's such a big gulf between.
Yeah, there is.
Actually, this year you look and you think, Burnley can have it. Leeds, they look good. To Sunderland look great. So all of a sudden,
how'd you get an atmosphere though in a racetrack?
I mean, I've been tempted just to run around it, making people laugh a couple of times. Look, it's
so far, isn't it? Because whenever I watch the games and it doesn't feel like you can hear anything. I speak to people that go to the West Ham games and the away fans can't see the pitch.
I think the players have got. The trouble is, I think the players or the occasion has really got to lift it, and that's not great week in, week out. And we were chatting before we started this, and at Upton Park, I think you talk to ex-players and I'm mates with a lot of ex-pros, and it didn't used to be a place that people wanted to come to. No. Don't get me wrong, it was. But I think when
you're slaughtered, mate, trying to get the ball for the throw in, you're gonna absolutely pout.
And I sat in the chicken run, and it was a great place to sit. But I think you look at it now and you think you've really got to go somewhere. You've got to try and cultivate an atmosphere, and I don't think. I think as well, a lot of promises were made to we're going to move into this big stadium.
Yeah,
we're going to be up there, sort of pushing, And I think identity is the biggest thing we've lost. I think if you look around the teams that were around us, the Palaces, the Brentfords, the Brightons, the teams that we should be competing with, they've got an identity as a team. You look and go, okay, if you pull the manager out or a big player out, they get sold or the manager moves on. You know what the identity of that club is.
You win the Conference League and you should be going again.
Yeah.
And be like, okay, let's invest and try and get into the top four.
Why not? You lose Declan.
Tom, we got to let you go, mate. You're going on Virgin, mate. You got a big show coming up.
No. I could sit here and talk to you till. I love this show, by the way. Listen every morning.
Yeah.
talkSPORT is my friend. Wherever I'm travelling in the country.
Not the sports bar, no?
I love the sports bar as well. I love, I'm a big fan, my friend. Big fan. Used to always, by the way, great FPL asset.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, right.
Jamie?
Huh?
You hear that? FPL asset?
I got better things to do than play silly games, mate. Right, the brilliant comedian Tom Davies there. Make sure to get tickets to his tour next year. Available now, be sensational. Also, check out his podcast with Ramesh. It's very funny. Coming up, the big guests keep on coming. Liverpool legend John Barnes. He joins us next.
Formula One. It's a sport often seen as insular and elitist, but it's seen a meteoric rise under its owners Liberty Media, not only in popularity and viewership, but in the ability to almost print money. From greater access to more races, here's how it happened. For decades, Formula One was owned and run by one man, Bernie Ecclestone. He was old school, someone who thought the sport itself was enough, and there was no need for all this modern marketing and social media nonsense. But in 2016, Ecclestone agreed to sell his baby to American group Liberty Media. It cost Liberty Media $4.4 billion, and they quickly got to work. We got an F1 app almost immediately, and teams were allowed to show us more from behind the scenes. One of Liberty's most important deals was with Netflix, which in 2019 brought us Drive to Survive. The effect? An almost 70% rise in viewership for races in the US alone. It's massively benefited Formula One online too, with a rise from 7.8 million followers across its social media platforms in 2016 to around 50 million today. New eyes are on the sport too, with F1's own subscription TV channel, which people can watch anywhere in the world. But the main market they've tapped into is the US. There's now 3 races there a year in Texas, Miami and Las Vegas, and an American-branded team, Cadillac, getting involved in the sport too. More races seems to be the direction of travel. A street circuit in Madrid's being welcomed onto the calendar, while conversations around a Grand Prix in Africa have ramped up in the last few years. More big events could be in the offing too, after the massive F1 75 season launch event in London in 2025. 7.5 million people tuned in to watch it live across the social media channels, and that doesn't include the viewing figures for where it was broadcast on TV in certain countries. It seems Liberty will do whatever they can to grow the F1 brand. Their efforts have been worthwhile too, with Forbes valuing the sport at $17.1 billion back in 2023, almost 4 times more than what they bought it for in 2016. Not bad, considering it's seen as a sport where people just drive around in circles.
Yeah, good morning. This is talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. I'm Jamie O'Hara and I'm joined with Gabby Agbonlahor. Now after 7 straight wins to start the season, Liverpool's form is hit the buffers.
We're second in the table, so it can't be a bad start. We haven't been playing well, but we've been winning. But the last 3 games we've lost.
Eddie Nketiah has just blasted in from the corner of the 6-yard box. Selhurst Park, Iraq, Crystal Palace 2, Liverpool 1.
Right down the middle, Alisson dived past it, and Galatasaray lead on the quarter-hour mark in Istanbul. Osimhen rips off the mask.
Everything's pointing towards Liverpool because the money they've spent and the players they've brought in. But if you change 5 players in your starting lineup, it is going to cost you some points.
It's finished. Chelsea 2, Liverpool 1. Incredible scenes here at Stamford Bridge.
Stop celebrating, Candy, and stop being so biased and so absolutely negative towards Liverpool, because you are an absolute fool, Candy.
Mo, I've got your hat on, Mo.
Liverpool could be 4 points behind Arsenal by the time Man United visit on Sunday. The Reds look to end a run of 3 straight defeats, and recent history is on their side. United are winless there since a Wayne Rooney winner back in 2016. A lot of people aren't happy with the form of the new signings, though, especially Florian Wirtz But would I get it right? Let's speak to Liverpool legend John Barnes joins us now. Morning, John.
Good morning, John.
Hi, guys. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, John. Before we get into Liverpool, just tell us about this new.
No, Jamie. No, they've made a new signing, free transfer. Look, I've got the kit.
You've got the kit. Oh, you still look good, John.
You're looking well, John.
You're looking well, mate.
I'm breathing in. That's why it's a hurry up.
John, what is this new project you're working on?
Oh, trying to lose a bit of weight. No, I'm here with I'm here at Sports Direct. It's the new store, which is gonna, it's a 3-story store here in Sports Direct in Liverpool. I remember the old one in Liverpool 1. This is now moved around the corner, and they've got a gym on the top floor, which is what I'm going to go to. A coffee shop, 3 floors is fantastic. So
nice.
Yeah, and listen, there's some Everton kits around as well, but it's a huge flagship store now in Liverpool, so it's great.
Amazing,
lovely,
amazing. Yeah, you're looking well, John. You can probably play better than Florian Wirtz right now.
Listen, that's the you're giving me the sympathy votes. I know you're laughing at me.
John, let's get into Liverpool, mate. Look, because they started the season well, winning games, 7 on the bounce. They look like champions, what champions do, and all of a sudden it's gone a bit south.
Well, when you say gone a bit south, we're 1 point off Arsenal, who are flying and doing great. I don't see how we can be 1 point off a team that's flying and doing well and not doing well. It's really because of the expectations, first and foremostly, and secondly, because of the signings we've made. But of course, when you make new signings, I heard Dino Saunders talking earlier about, when you make 4 or 5 signings, it's going to take time for them to gel, to get the balance right. So last year, we won the league comfortably by 8-9 points with no signings. So we automatically assume this is going to work out. Now, I still feel we're favourites to win the league, but it's going to take time for everybody to find their feet. So any new team, we've got some good young players. We've made some great signings. So it'll take time for us to fire on all cylinders. But I suppose that's the expectations of Liverpool, that it seems to be all doom and gloom for the fact that we're 1 point off the top.
John, when you look at the attacking options that you've got, Gakpo on his day is a very good player. You've got 2 top strikers, Ekitike and Isak. They will gel eventually, won't they? But you look at Arsenal conceded 3 goals out of 7 games. Liverpool conceded 9. Konate injured, I think, on international break. Leone obviously out for the season. Do you worry about Liverpool defensively this season?
Well, when you say defensively, defending as a team, not defensively, because, you're talking about a back 4, but you're talking about midfield players. If you remember when Jurgen was there and you had, obviously, Henderson, Milner, Fabinho, those defensive midfield players who weren't getting forward to score goals, but the balance was right. Here we now got lots of attacking players, even in midfield where we have Curtis Jones and Gravenberch, who are attacking midfield players. We have to get the balance right between when we haven't got the ball, working harder, maybe the front 3 working harder to get back into these positions. So it's not necessarily the defense, it's just the way we're defending as a team. I use the Bournemouth goal as an example, where they ran from the edge of their box all the way into our back 4. It's really about because we have so many attacking players, the crowd, everybody said, let's get forward with these attacking players. But of course, 2 sides to the game. So we have to get the balance right of out of possession, everybody getting back and working defensively to get back behind the ball.
Yeah. Have you been convinced with, the 2 fullback Frimpong's come in and Kirkes from Bournemouth? It's a big step up, isn't it, John? From Bournemouth to Liverpool, the scrutiny's on you. I'm not sure, whether Kirkes needs to play every week. Robertson, for me, is still a top player.
Once again, it depends on what you want, because of course, remember Robertson and Trent in terms of what they did, and I don't want these fullbacks to come to replace them to say this is what we're going to do, because first and foremostly, I'm a bit older than you, but I'm sure you feel the same way, that you're there to defend.
Yeah.
We have so many attacking players, so many attacking midfield players that maybe they're trying to do too much in terms of getting forward to play like Trent did or to play like Andy used to do. So really, I think they just have to get back to the stage where we've got so many attacking players up front and attacking midfield players that maybe they say we don't necessarily have to prove that we're going to replace Trent in that way or replace Andy and defend a bit more. But I think it's more to do with the midfield also getting back and defending, because they're good players, but they're young players. So suppose, with youth comes in experience and time will come, but I have no fears that they'll get it right.
John, it's hard to criticise Mo Salah, but he hasn't been at his best with the standards that he's set since he's been at Liverpool. But one thing I've noticed in recent games is maybe he's tracking back, like you said earlier, getting back into position and helping your right back, following the left back yourself, Mo Salah. He's not really doing as much this season.
Well, if you look at the way when he was on fire and he was playing really well, that's because everything went through him. Because if you look at the makeup of the team, the person in the team meant that everything was going to be for Mo to score, Mo to create, or Mo to be the star player. When you talk about Wirtz and Ekatike, and then you got Isak, then Mo is not going to stand out as much because you have other players who are going to be doing certain things. So Mo is still valuable to the team. He's still doing as well. I don't think he's necessarily going to score as many goals as he did or have that much of an impact. But if you're going to win the league with more scoring, less goals, when being part of a team, that's fine. Because if Mo is going to do what Mo's done in the last 3 years, you're not going to see Wirtz. You're not going to see Ekatike. So you can't have all of them, being the main player. So I suppose that's probably worth a little bit against Mo, but he's still valuable and worth his weight in gold to the team.
John, when I watch Ekatike play, he looks to me like he wants to be the star man. He's got the attributes to be that player. Isak's come in and eventually he is going to be the star man, right? That's why you've paid the money for him. Do you think Ekatike will handle being second fiddle?
But then you got Wirtz as well. I know it's a different position, but the star man doesn't have to be the centre forward. So if Ekatike says he's going to be the star centre forward, but Isak does, but Wirtz as a number 10 is going to be the one who gets the ball to pass to Salah and pass to Gakpo and do other things, how much are they going to shine? And I think it's important for all those players to understand we're going to be part of a team rather than me wanting to be the star man. Yeah. Isak could have been the star man at Newcastle because he is the star man. Ekatike could have been a star man where he was before. However, in this Liverpool team now, I don't think you're going to look to any one player to be the star man, and getting that balance right for them just to play in their position, to be part of the team is the most important thing.
I think Kirkes and Frimpong will come good. You got Conor Bradley as well on that right-hand side. But we have, a lot of people forget what Trent done for Liverpool, for Mo Salah. The amount of balls he put through in behind for Mo Salah and other players. He's a big miss at the moment, isn't he, on that assists?
Well, I don't think Liverpool are going to have a problem scoring goals. If you talk about Trent from an assist point of view and the goals we scored, we've scored a lot of goals this year, so I don't think we're going to miss Trent from that point of view. Yes, we're going to miss Trent in terms of his quality, in terms of his long passing, whatever he gives us. But I think with the attacking threat we have, as we have scored goals and created lots of chances, it's more to do with defending. And I suppose that's what was labelled at Trent, and I like my fullbacks to defend. So we're not going to miss Trent from an attacking point of view in terms of scoring goals and being creative, because we have enough players like that. So I think that more importantly, if we can then tighten up at the back and defend better as a team, and even if the fullbacks feel I don't have to go forward as much because of the attacking play.
Do you not think Mo Salah will miss Trent, though? Because the partnership they had together, mean, was phenomenal. Surely Mo Salah will be missing that service from that right-hand side. It's
not necessarily Trent and Mo Salah, because, of course, as I said, Mo Salah was the focal point for everything from an attacking perspective. That was Trent. But if Trent was playing now, and he had Wirtz and Ekatike, and he had Trent, and he had Isak, Trent would just be passing to Mo. He'd be doing different things as well. So I don't think it's as simple as saying without Trent, because Trent now, all Trent did was look for Mo, and all Mo did was look to get off. Whereas even if Trent Alexander was here now, Mo wouldn't have that impact, because, of course, you still have Ekatike and Wirtz and Isak and Gakpo, who Trent would be interacting with as well. So it's a combination of everything.
John, Arne Slot has just been speaking to the press. Let's hear from him now.
What we can say is, if we compare ourselves to last season, we don't create as many chances as we did last season, in the start of last season. But we are still the team that from open play creates the most XG chances, most shots on target. But we've conceded too many goals. We've conceded too many goals, that's for sure. And we've conceded 9, where 4 of them are from set pieces. That is what was and still is, by the way, a strength of us, which sounds weird if you concede 4. But that's not a reflection of the chances we've conceded.
Yeah, you've just heard Arne Slot there, John. He's not happy with the set pieces and the goals you conceded. I guess in that sense, going into the game at the weekend against Manchester United, they're going to create chances. We know that. You've got top players. You've got to keep clean sheets.
But once again, it depends on which Manchester United turns up, as we've seen. Of course, over the years, Liverpool have had the upper hand over them. But on any given occasion, as you've seen with Manchester United beating Man City in the cup final, playing well on the odd occasion, we're just hoping from Liverpool's perspective that, they don't turn up. However, they've got good players, good individual players, so therefore they're dangerous. But I think Liverpool have had the upper hand, and if Liverpool start well, put them on the back foot. But it's going to be a dangerous game because Man United have got good players. But as I said, the unexpected is that which Manchester United is going to turn up.
What's your prediction, John, for the game?
I'm going for a home win. I mean, I don't go for scores, because who would have said 7-0 all those years ago? Who would have said 1-0, 2-0? So I don't know about scores, but I think that Liverpool are consistently good enough. And I don't think Manchester United have got, if you look at the teams they've struggled against, the teams are very good on the counter-attack, who are quick, who are dynamic, And I think Manchester United, I don't think they have enough. Of course, as I said, it's a one-off. Anything can happen. But I think Liverpool would win. I won't say comfortably, but I think they'll win.
John, you're in the Sports Direct store up there. Go and get yourself some Lonsdale pants, some Slazenger socks.
No, they're too tight. Have you seen those tight? This top's tight enough. Never mind anything else.
John, you're a legend. Thanks,
John.
mate. See you later.
Thanks, guys.
John Barnes there. What a legend he is. Big thanks to him. Gabby, coming up, we're going to rank the 3 managers under the most pressure in the Premier League right now. That's next. Yeah, good morning. This is talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. I'm Jamie O'Hara Gabby Agbonlahor alongside me. Now, talkSPORT has spoken exclusively with Fulham owner Shahid Khan. Yesterday it was revealed that a salary cap style system could be introduced for Premier League clubs in the future. Mr. Khan spoke strongly in favour of the idea to help maintain competition in England's top tier.
For the sport to be sustainable, you have to have some of those. Guidelines that have to be enforced. So there is competitive balance and there is sustainability. So all of that really is necessary, really, for the sport.
Do you understand why there are some people who rally against it?
Yeah, I understand. But I think when you look at a holistic picture, why is NFL so successful? Okay, salary cap. And it took a while, for it to make sense. And the sport is highly competitive. And frankly, when you look at Premier League, why is it by far the most successful soccer or, English football league in the world? Competition. You have competitive balance. And I think those rules keep the competitive balance. And with that competitive balance, the media rights go up and the money. So that's the other way of really transferring the revenue. And you look at the other leagues, in the world, I'm talking about soccer leagues, they don't have the competitive balance and they don't have the media rights. So it's basically unsustainable.
Yeah, that's Fulham owner Shahid Khan speaking exclusively with talkSPORT. You can see the full interview now on talkSPORT USA YouTube page ahead of talkSPORT 2's live coverage of the NFL game at Wembley this Sunday. But now it's time for this.
I get in my cab and I ride to our talkSPORT towers. My head full of footballing opinions. Sometimes I hear opinions I don't like on that station.
You don't have to sell this to me. It's all paper nonsense. You haven't got a clue.
It bothers me. I want to get across what I think, how I would rank things if they were lined up in my cab rank. You talking to me? You talking to me? If you are, the number's 037 1722 3344.
Right, it's the return of the Gab rank. Gabs.
Oh, mate.
What accent's that?
I don't know.
It's meant to be
mate.
an American accent, no?
I get stitched up left, right, and centre. I give up, mate. I give up.
What was that?
If they,
it's Italian.
I don't know, mate. Borat, probably. I don't know. No idea.
Oh, dear. Some of the stuff they get you to do, mate, you got to knock it on the head. You got to go to HR.
The worst one was like Only Fools and Horses song.
Yeah.
And it was Forrest Gump. Worst.
I want to hear it. I think we might have to bring that back.
Come on, let's go on with it.
Yeah, the Premier League returns from the international break this weekend. Gabby's going to rank his three managers he thinks under the most pressure in order. Let's start with number 3.
Okay, number 3, I'm going to go with Ruben Amorim. I feel that sitting on 10 points, winning against Sunderland was a must. They done it. They played better last game before the international break. Lamens coming to goal looked quite better option than what they've had previously. Yeah. But I still look at their season, Manchester United, losing to Grimsby, of course, losing to Arsenal. The only games that they've won were against Burnley, last-minute winner. Chelsea had 10 men for about 86 minutes of the game, and then beating Sunderland at home, and then got a draw against Fulham away. So there's a lot that Ruben Amorim has to do because the media's not going to give him a break unless he finally does get back-to-back wins. Going to be a tough game against Manchester United, but against Liverpool. But if he can get a draw in that game, like he has, like
Gives
Manchester
him a bit more
United
credit
have in the last 2 seasons against Liverpool at Anfield, a bit more credit in the bank.
Okay, and what about number 2?
Number 2, I'm going to... This is a tough one, mate, at these 2 managers, but I'm going to go with Pereira at Wolves.
Wow, okay.
Yes.
Did he sign a new deal?
Yeah, he signed a new deal, Jamie, but Wolves are bottom of the league. 7 games, 2 points. They done very well, though, against Spurs. I thought they were together, defensively, very good. Unlucky to concede that late equaliser from Palhinha.
Yeah.
But I just look at them and they've got to get results over the line. You know, they were leading against Brighton and Brighton get a last-minute header.
Really average, though. They ain't been helped, the manager.
No, I know, but they've had some new signings that are starting to gel a little bit. But I just look at their season so far: 2 points, 5 defeats, 2 draws, -9 goal difference, conceded 14 in 7 games, only scored 5 goals as well in 7 games. Is not great. They need Strand Larsen to get up to speed and start scoring goals. Big games coming up as well. Sunderland away, Burnley at home. Those 2 games are massive. You can't lose to those 2 teams.
No, I don't think you can.
A lot of pressure on him, even though he signed a new deal and the hierarchy at Wolves back him. If they keep only picking up draws and not winning games, the pressure's going to mount on him.
All right, the number 1?
Any guesses?
Unai Emery?
Behave yourself. Thomas Frank, shocking, should be top. What you've spent. Simmons, any goals? Any chance of any goals, Simmons?
Come good.
No, I'm going to go Ange at Forest. I mean...
Ange, you just got there.
What are you talking about? So he's not under pressure?
But to put him as number 1.
So you don't think that, like, he's been there, lost to Arsenal 3-0, Swansea 3-2, drew with Burnley, drew with Real Betis, drew with Sunderland, lost to Midtjylland at home 3-2, lost to Newcastle away. I think he's under pressure because out of all them games, no wins, no clean sheets. Last season only conceded 6 in the Premier League, conceded 12 so far this season already. Tough game against Chelsea. Tough game against Porto at home after that. Bournemouth away and then Manchester United at home. I don't think he's under pressure for this exact game, but over the next month, before the international break, he needs to get some results because the owner, Marinakis, he wants Nottingham Forest to probably go and get to the last stages of the Europa League.
Well, I think he wants them to win it.
Exactly. And also, he want them back in Europe next season if they don't win it, and you want them in the top 7.
They ain't getting back in Europe.
But that's what
The only way they're getting back in Europe is if they win the Europa League. I'm telling you now, Nottingham Forest will not get in Europe. They'll do well to finish in the top half of the table.
I totally agree. But then I do look at their team, Jamie, and like we said earlier to Robert Earnshaw.
Look at the manager.
Like Anderson, Douglas Luiz, Sangari is a very good number 6. Look at the options they've got going forward. Hudson-Odoi. You know, McAtee needs to get into the team.
You got Big Ange in there, though.
Yeah, but you've been a bit harsh with Ange, mate.
I had him as a man. I see him
winning a trophy.
Yeah, he won the Europa League and fair play. He managed to get it over the line. It was an easy route to the final, but we got the win.
Got a win, though, haven't you?
Got the wins that we needed. But Premier League form, mate, we were miles off it. Miles off it. Nowhere near good enough. And I just feel like he's took that with him. But
I think it's a manner of...
He needs a couple of results.
And it's a manner of how you lose as well. If they do lose tomorrow at 12:30 against Chelsea, they can't get thumped. Because the pressure will be on.
Yeah, it is big pressure. Don't forget Ange's Forest take on Chelsea live and exclusive on talkSPORT tomorrow at 12:30. Coming up, little Sam Matface is in the studio for the curse of the commentator. And he is feeling very confident this week, taking on a man who thought there were 8 stars on the American flag.
Corinthian Casuals are a team in the Combined Counties League Premier Division South. Despite that, they're one of the most important clubs in world football. Here's why. The club was formed in 1939 as the result of a merger between Corinthians FC and Casuals FC. Now, Corinthians FC were founded in the late 1800s when the FA's top brass were absolutely sick of getting pumped by Scotland every time they played them. As a result, Nicholas Lane Jackson set up an amateur side which would bring in the best players who could all play for the national side. And it worked. It wasn't long before England were dominating the international fixtures they played, and it was largely down to Corinthians. In fact, in 1894 and 1895, they played consecutive games where Corinthians provided the entire England 11. But the thing is, the players refused to play professional football. They didn't believe in it. They wanted to spread the values of sportsmanship, competition, and played for the love of the game. It also helped most of the players were Oxbridge graduates who didn't need the money, but instead of entering league and cup competitions, they played exhibition football and toured the world, bringing the beautiful game with them. Think of it like the Harlem Globetrotters of football, and it was this which spread the game throughout the world and made it so popular. Most famously, in 1910, they travelled to Brazil, and the locals in Sao Paulo were so impressed they started their own team under the same name. Yes, the same Corinthians who won the FIFA Club World Cup in 2021, one of the biggest clubs in Brazil.
Yeah, you are listening to talkSPORT Breakfast. Me, Jamie O'Hara Gabby Agbonlahor, and Arnold Clark gets £750 off any used electric car or home charger. More on that salary cap, though. The latest episode of the talkSPORT Daily podcast is available now. Rory Jennings and Harry Symeou clash over whether introducing a salary cap would be good or a bad thing for football.
Do you realise that footballers, generally speaking, are underpaid? In terms of what they generate.
Come on, Rory.
No. In terms of
how on earth is a footballer underpaid?
In terms of what they generate. The reason why people make money is because they generate money.
Right.
In terms of what footballers generate, that the reason that David Beckham fell out with Manchester United was over his image rights, because he was generating a fortune for the club and he wasn't being remunerated in the same way.
Without the platform that club provides, that footballer can't generate that money.
Yeah, so they split it.
Because if you turn up to Stamford Bridge on a Saturday, there's 40-odd thousand people there to watch Chelsea, not to watch Cole Palmer.
Well, I don't know. I think they're probably there to watch Cole Palmer.
Yes.
If you want to hear more of this, Simon Jordan's view on the debate as well, then the talkSPORT Daily is available on all podcast platforms now. The Premier League is back. And that means only one thing, the return of game day.
And it's nodded into the near post. And And Arsenal may just have snatched the victory in stoppage time.
Chelsea have landed a blow on the champions. It's Chelsea 2, Liverpool 1.
Don't be fooled, Arsenal, they will take Liverpool all the way.
Semenyo getting to the byline, now pulling it back. Oh, how has he squeezed that in?
Jensen scores. Manchester United are beaten again.
The Manchester United have not only stagnated, but regressed under this manager.
Erling Haaland had never scored here at the G-Tech. Well, he most certainly has now. It's his 12th goal of the season.
To Moises Caicedo. Oh, he's rifled it in. What a strike.
The winless streak continues for Ange Postecoglou, and the woes carry on.
If it doesn't turn around quickly, I think Postecoglou will find himself under pressure.
The greatest drama in the world. This is the Premier League.
Yeah, the international break is over. The Premier League is back. That can only mean one thing: return to game day. The games are going to be previewing this morning are 12:30 tomorrow. Nottingham Forest versus Chelsea. talkSPORT exclusive. Then we've got the 4:30 Sunday. Liverpool versus Manchester United. And then 8 o'clock on Monday, West Ham versus Brentford. Again, talkSPORT exclusive. To preview those games, we're pitting Gabby against talkSPORT's chief football commentator, Sam Matterface, as we play our weekly predictor game. Curse to the commentator.
And it just don't matter now, little by little.
I haven't even bothered to put my headphones in because I don't want to hear the song.
Hello,
boy.
Morning, Sammy. How are you?
How are you? Lovely to see you.
Yeah, horrible here, mate, aren't they?
It's,
Just
you know
jump on
what?
anything. Jump on anything.
See, Alan takes ownership of this, but he's got nothing to do with Alan. Alan's just put in a position by the idiots behind
the
screen.
same height
as Alan, though? Yeah, I'm probably taller than Alan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What are you, 5'2"?
Hey, I'm 5'9.5", 177 centimetres, which I'll tell you is the average height of a UK male.
Yeah?
Yep, don't you worry about that.
Definitely lying.
What does Dino call it? Dwarfism.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Yeah. Right, quick reminder of the rewards. Gabby and Sam both have 20 seconds to discuss each of the games that are across the talkSPORT network this weekend. All they need to do is give us the result and score of each match, one goal scorer for each game, and finally, why they predict that outcome for each correct guess. They would get 1 point for correct result, 3 points for a correct score, and 1 bonus point for naming a goal scorer. Sam has a 23-20 lead so far this season.
What's the score, Gabs? What's the score?
So, Gabby,
I'm on your... No.
to do.
I like to stitch right up, so I'm on Sam's side.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, first up, Ange Postecoglou's Nottingham Forest host Chelsea tomorrow lunchtime, live and exclusively on talkSPORT. Gabby, your first prediction.
Okay then, so Nottingham Forest, last game of the season, lost 1-0 to Chelsea. The season before, they lost 3-2. I'm going to go for a similar score, Jamie. I'm going to go Nottingham Forest 2, Chelsea 3, and Neto to score.
Okay. All right, Sam, your guess?
Look, there's been more goals in games involving Chelsea than any other team in the Premier League so far this season. Nottingham Forest struggled under Ange Postecoglou, 7 games, no wins. I think Chelsea have to back up their victory over Liverpool because they themselves haven't been great away from home. I'm just going to edge them. I think they're going to win it 3-1, and I'll go João Pedro.
Okay, all right. They're both. We've got your stats here are flying out. There's a lot of research going into this, I feel.
Not a fan of that, Jamie.
No, I mean, listen, I love the stats. You know, I can understand it from Sammy, but you know,
you don't want your co-host to do any research.
Just you're off the cuff, aren't you, mate? Come on, Sam. Right, next game.
It's not a sports bar now, you know.
Yeah.
Proper station.
Yeah, big game on Sunday afternoon. Liverpool host Manchester United. Sam, how are you calling this one?
United winless in the last 8 away from home, which is a real problem. Liverpool obviously went into the international break struggling a little bit. They did actually get a draw here last season, Manchester United. I think they might get a draw again. I'm going to go 2-2.
Wow. Okay,
and
Gabby?
I haven't picked goal scorer. I'm going to go Salah, mainly because he always does something against Manchester United.
Yeah, that's fair. All right.
Okay, Jamie. So 2-2 last season was the score. The season before was 0-0. So Manchester United seemed to turn it on at Anfield against their rivals. I'm going to go, though, 2-1 win to Liverpool, and Gakpo. He's one of them players that turns up with an important goal.
Okay, all right. Yeah, it's going to be an amazing game. Finally, Monday night, talkSPORT exclusively brings you live commentary of West Ham versus Brentford. It's a huge game. Gab, your final prediction?
So again, last season, Jamie, West Ham lost 1-0 to Brentford. at home. I'm going to go same score. I'm going to go Brentford to sneak this one 1-0, and I'm going to go with Bowen to score. Sam.
West Ham to win 1-0.
West Ham to win 1-0, yeah.
Oh, okay. You go on the sports bar after this game?
I am on the sports bar after this game, taking calls. So.
I am going to this match on Monday night.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know if I'm going to be the only one there, but certainly there's not going to be that many of us because West Ham fans are going to boycott it. Well,
Right.
that's the intention. That's what we're being told anyway. If that is the case, it's going to be a very eerie atmosphere. It's an eerie atmosphere at the best times anyway.
Yeah.
3 home defeats already this season. It is Nuno's first game in charge at the London Stadium. Brentford do struggle away from home, but I'm with Gab. I think there's every chance because of the sort of feeling around the stadium that Brentford take 3 points. If they do, it'll be the first time ever in their history that West Ham have started with 4 home league defeats in a row. Brentford 2, West Ham 1, and I'll go Igor Thiago.
Wow, Brentford to win. That's a
Why
big...
is that why, though? Because Brentford are a very good side. I'm sure.
Nah, they're all right. I'm not having Brentford. I think they're doing okay. But to go to West Ham and win, that's a...
You're acting like...
Does that not say
everyone
more
else
about
does.
West Ham?
Everyone else goes there and wins.
Yeah, I know, but I can't see it. I'll be surprised if that... Listen, it's a big result if they do it. West Ham have got to start picking up some points, haven't they? This can't continue.
There's no bubbles being blown, is there, mate?
Well, they'll be flying around an empty stadium.
I think it really does depend on what the environment's like.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, listen, West Ham could turn up. They could go and put on a really good display, and the fans could get back on side in it. But there's a wider context to it than just the performances. There's all sorts of ownership issues that they're not happy with. So I think there will be a low attendance on Monday night, and I think that will affect it.
Where are you, Sammy, over the weekend? What are you doing?
Nottingham Forest against Chelsea Saturday, Liverpool, Manchester United Sunday, and West Ham Brentford.
Wow, you're getting about, aren't you?
Oh, any spares?
You're everywhere.
I like to get about.
Yeah,
You said you were going to come with me for a couple of games this season. You've done one.
I know. I don't get to shout, mate.
Mate, you've done one.
Yeah.
I heard that Sammy don't want you.
He knows that's not true. I even asked him to come to a game.
He did, mate. Yeah. Make it happen, mate.
I will do, mate. I will do.
Yeah,
You run the co-coms. Make it happen.
I'm not sure about that.
All right, that concludes this week's Curse of the Commentator. Now, do you want a chance to win up to £100,000? Listen up. It's our biggest cash prize yet, and we're going all out. That's right. A massive 100 grand, completely tax-free, could be yours. Listen up. Here's how to enter.
18 plus UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text the word cash to 83338 and you're in the draw. Text costs £2 plus 1 standard network rate message. You must have the bill payer's permission, or you can enter for free by calling 0330 880 3338. All entries must be received by the 6th of November at 4 p.m. This is a talkSPORT limited promotion run on talkSPORT, Talk and Virgin Radio UK stations. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
Right, coming up, we're going to turn our attention to Manchester City and whether Erling Haaland can get them right back in the title race. Yeah, good morning. This is talkSPORT Breakfast. Me, Jamie O'Hara, and Gabby Agbonlahor being your host this morning. Now, government ministers are meeting today to address a decision to ban Maccabi Tel Aviv fans from the Europa League game at Villa Park, which they call completely and utterly unacceptable. Some Maccabi Tel Aviv supporters were targets of anti-Semitic attacks during a fixture against Ajax in Amsterdam last year. West Midlands police say the decision to prevent them attending Villa Park next month is based on current intelligence and past events. Security specialist Will Geddes has told talkSPORT's Nick Ellaby that we need more information about why that call has been made.
In terms of the Maccabi fans being banned or told not to attend this particular football match, this is based on various risk criteria. And this again comes down to the transparency of groups like the Security Advisory Group and the West Midlands Police to actually give better context as to why this decision has been made. And there is no detriment to them or their operations by necessarily even giving a broad brush that perhaps there's even a terrorist risk that is potentially presented, or there is a plot that is in the potential making. These are answers that people need to hear, and if they don't have them, again, a chasm of distrust can start building between supporters and groups like this that are preventing them from enjoying football.
Yeah, more on that story throughout the day on talkSPORT and on our website, talksport.com. But the Premier League is back, Gabs. Big games happening at the weekend. We had a chance to discuss all of them, but Man City Everton, Saturday, 3 p.m. Jack Grealish, he's unavailable.
Yes.
For Everton. He's on loan from City. I hate that because Jack...
Go and show what you're missing.
Well, yeah, I mean, they don't want him, right? Man City have got rid of him. He's gone to Everton. He's in decent form. He's trying to get himself back in the England team. You know, he got another fixture, England fixture coming up.
Yes.
But he misses a game 100%. Because he can't play against his former club.
And he'd fancy himself against the fullbacks that they have available, Manchester City. No Kyle Walker anymore.
Yeah.
You know, you got Rico Lewis, who's not the greatest at defending. Kushinov sometimes plays there, or Nunes. And also, Everton are paying his wages. I get it when a club...
Are they paying all his wages?
Probably majority of them.
I think the only issue you'll probably have as a Man City, hierarchy is if Everton are paying a percentage of his wages and Manchester City are covering some of it. So they're saying, well done.
Scores a winner.
Yeah, we are still paying your wages. You know, Everton are not paying all of them.
But
and then you
come and Champions League, though.
No, I don't agree with the whole loan situation. If you're out on loan, then you should be allowed to play whatever game you want. They don't want you.
Yeah, it's like a season transfer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So you're not part of that football club for that season.
It's kicking the teeth for him because he's been playing well, Jack, and he has to miss a game.
Exactly.
It's like having 2 weeks off.
And there's only 4 Premier League games, I think 3 for some teams, before the international break again.
Yeah, I know.
So you want that chance, like you says, to show Thomas Tuchel what you've got. So frustrating for him. But
Man City go and win this game, didn't they?
Yeah, I think they win it comfortably. I think Everton will put up a good fight defensively. I do like the fight that they show, but sometimes when you go to this Etihad, mate...
Yeah. If they're on
it's hard to get out, mate.
Yeah.
Just can't. You're looking at the clock.
Yeah.
17 minutes, 19 minutes, 21 minutes. You're like, oh, just getting absolutely pumped.
Yeah.
And I think Haaland's on one. We're seeing a different side to Haaland now. He looks like
Ruthless.
a real, ruthless leader. Like, he wants to go and win Premier Leagues. He wants to go and win Champions League. He'll want to win the Ballon d'Or.
Do you think there's been obviously loads of talk about strikers this summer, and he's not been in the conversation?
Yeah.
You know, been talking about Harry Kane being the best in the world and Mbappe scoring goals. You know, been talking about Isak being the best player in the Premier League. And do you think Haaland's looked at it and gone, hold on a minute, I'm the real deal.
Do you know what, though? Last season, a lot of us said it. Isak, I'll probably take Isak over Haaland because he's got everything. He's got more pacing behind. Do you know what I mean? Like he's going to offer more than Haaland. Haaland probably says, "You what?
Yeah.
Okay then. Let me pull it up a notch. And some of the goals he's scoring, mate. Some of the runs he's making. He's finishing. He's
a monster.
Incredible, absolute monster. So I think Manchester City comfortably win this. Probably 3-4-0, mate.
Yeah. Look, Fulham v Arsenal. 1 point for Arsenal on their last 2 visits to Craven Cottage. They seem like a different team, though. Defensively, only conceded 3 goals. Fulham, good side. But you're shaking your head. You don't see anything other than an Arsenal win?
Comfortable Arsenal win.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I watched Fulham against Aston Villa. Good in little stages. I love King. I think he's an outstanding talent.
Yeah.
Very tricky in that number 10 role. But Aston Villa scored. Ollie Watkins scored from literally a long pass from Digne in behind. Bassey, Anderson sleeping, and he sort of lobs it over the keeper. I think some of the goals Fulham concede can be quite easy. And Arsenal, they're ruthless at the moment, mate. I think Fulham will make it hard, but I think Arsenal got too many options to get the win there.
All right. Sunderland v Wolves. Back-to-back draws for Wolves, but no wins. Sunderland, that they got beat by Man United, but they've had a really good start to the season. They look all right. This is a big 6-pointer.
100%. Wolves can't afford to lose. If you're Sunderland, you are throwing the kitchen sink at Wolves to get 3 points in this game. A team that have only drawn twice this season, 2 points, struggling confidence-wise as well as a team, and Sunderland have got Stadium of Light on their side. I remember playing against Sunderland under Gus Poyet.
Yeah.
And the fans were against the manager, not really with the players, and we fed off that atmosphere at Stadium of Light. Now, they've got the fans on their side.
Yeah, I agree.
They beat Villa there as well. The fans were immense. Jack has been an outstanding signing.
Yeah.
Great decision to make him captain as well. I see nothing more than a Sunderland win, to be honest.
Yeah, they look good at home. They do look
strong, mate, organised.
Mate, it's a proper stadium, that as well, and it's Stadium of Light. I remember playing there. It was a great place to go and play football.
100%.
Every time you turned up, you felt like you was at
proper, yeah.
You know?
Proper fan base. You're looking forward to the most all this season.
Go on.
Sunderland, Newcastle.
Oh, that's a biggie.
Oh,
that is a biggie.
Ref, please let there be a few tackles allowed.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean, mate?
You need
7 men each.
Right, let's finish with a bit of this. Yeah, a bit of Bamboleo for you, which is sure to be blaring out the speakers next to Alan Brazil on his Marbella sunbed. He's living a dream, the boy, isn't he?
Must be nice.
Must be nice. He just phones up, says, "Nah, I don't fancy it. I'm going to stay in Marbella."
I've heard he's got like 9-10 weeks holiday in his contract. We've got 2 days.
Honestly. Hey, do you miss Big Al?
Always, mate.
Yeah.
Some of the things he comes
He's
out
great
with.
stuff, isn't he?
Yeah, old school. Loves a moan as well. Loves a mistake, but...
loves a mistake.
He loves a mistake reading out.
Yeah.
I missed that one, but he's a national treasure, isn't he?
He is a national treasure.
He is, yeah.
He's just living the dream out in Marbs, isn't he? He just don't care. What a guy.
Yeah, it's funny though, mate. We had a couple of guests on that were promoting their book last week, and he's like, "I'm going to read all of this."
Yeah.
And we're like, "Well, no, you're not.
He's never going to read a book. He doesn't even watch football. He's sat in Marbella. I know exactly where he's sat. He's just up the road from the roundabout in Portobello. He'll be sat there in a little bar, drinking his beers and his wine.
Yeah.
He ain't moving, mate. You can't get him. You ain't getting him back.
Mate, he's so funny. We flew to Glasgow for the Arnold Clark show last week.
Yeah.
We landed, mate. He went into Marks and Spencer's, got a sandwich and said, "See you tomorrow." It was like, no, didn't want to sit with us, didn't want to like go have some food or watch the game together. He was off in his like his 5-star hotel. See you later, guys. See you in the morning. Comedian.
Oh dear, that's unbelievable. Right, we've got some breaking news just to finish the show. Enzo Maresca has just revealed that Cole Palmer is going to be out for longer than expected. 6 more weeks he's expected to be out for. So he won't be available for next international break either. Big loss for them. He's been a big player for them, but He's played a lot of football. He's obviously starting to pick up some injuries.
Well, we spoke about it, didn't we? The Club World Cup.
Yeah.
Chelsea will suffer at some point with injuries, but they're lucky they've got a big squad of players. Estavo, he's a star.
Yeah.
He's a star, mate.
I like him.
Even scoring for his country as well.
Yeah.
Scoring for Brazil as well. I think what is he, 17, 18?
Not even that.
So he's an outstanding talent, and I'm sure the international break as well will come in good time, and maybe Palmer's back for after that international break in November.
Yeah.
But like you said, he's a certain anyway for the World Cup, so he doesn't have to play again.
No, he's a cert for me. If he's fit, he goes.
So even if he doesn't play till April, just put him on the plane.
Well, I'd take him anyway, just regardless.
No,
I just think he's top. He's top player, but look, he needs some games, that's for sure. Forest v Chelsea is live and exclusive on talkSPORT tomorrow. Other fixtures that he will miss include Spurs away, 2 Champions League games. A big loss for him, Gabs. Big loss for Chelsea. Look, we're finishing up here, Gabs. We're obviously going to get away from this. We're going to look back, and you're going to start studying some flags.
You know what? I'm really good at capital cities, but not flags, mate. But Winston, the Prime Minister or President?
Never went out.
Never
went out.
Never went out. It, mate. Oh.
Ed, we got that clip. Can we throw out the flag one just to finish us off?
Ed, no coffees, Ed. I promise you, mate. No coffee Monday.
Sam Matterface, Alex Crook, and Troy Deeney are next, and Jeff Stilling and Gabby are back from 6 a.m. on Monday.
Gabby Agbonlahor, you're up first. Easy one for you to start. How many stars are on the USA flag?
Oh,
stop it! Stop.
That's a tough one. 8. Guess.
8.
I don't know, mate.
8.